No, Donna Kelsey. No,
Donna!
Donna, America's mom. They killed her.
Oh, well, she got caught.
No.
Donna.
Me and my fellow Swifties will take vengeance.
Me and my fellow Philadelphia Eagles fans will seek vengeance. Go Birds!
She is our mom. She's America's mom.
She is America's
All
mom.
of our mother.
Yeah.
She's like America's mother.
When did that fucking happen? When did she become America's mom?
I think producers just tell like people to say things and they latch onto them.
No, this is reality TV.
Right. That means it's real. It's not real. I'm so sorry.
Hey everybody, Max here. If you're listening to this episode, you may be able to tell that my audio is a little messed up. If you are upset about this, I do encourage you to contact the Spectrum customer service line because this is not my fault. It is theirs. Don't actually do that. But yeah, I did my best I could to fix it over the past 48 hours using a variety of programs. And I might have spent a bit of money to do that. I tried my best. But yeah, Spectrum, they say it's due to high wind, even though we haven't had any in Los Angeles. And that's very upsetting. But I did everything that I could. Hopefully you still find it listenable. And please don't like message me and try to mansplain like audio to me. I know how audio works. It's out of my control. Also, I threw out my back this week. We had a power outage and a member of the Grateful Dead died. So I'm having a tough week here and I'm doing my best. But I promise you this will definitely not happen next week because I upgraded the internet as well. And I just want to do the best podcast possible. So enjoy this Traitors recap and the next one will be better. Okay. Happy New Year. Enjoy the rest of the show. By the way, quick thing, Katie was holding a really cute puppy. I don't want to ignore it for the video.
No, that's Peanut, teeny peeny weeny. And
she's like America's dog.
She is America's dog.
We can name anything.
We're all saying that.
So Taylor's mom isn't America's mom. Donna is.
Right. Well, because football and Sons.
So is Donna now Taylor's mom?
I wonder like the mother-in-law of it all. Okay, that's a good question. Are you going to call your in-laws mom and dad? Like, what do you?
No,
because I have to say, right? It is weird, but I will
Mm.
say, the longer I'm married to James, the weirder it feels to just refer to his parents as John and Patty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, it's why it's like almost like the main reason to have kids is so it's like, okay, we can just call them like grandma and grandpa and grandma.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we know whose is whose and like what we're talking about.
Yeah. No, I do get you now that we're engaged. I'm like, but no, they will always be Mara Lure.
I feel weird writing like our dad, James's dad and my dad both have January birthdays. And on the calendar on like my dad's birthday, which is first, I wrote like dad's birthday. And then it's like James's dad's birthday. And I'm like, well, it's James. James also looks at this calendar and it's his dad's birthday, but like, I'm not going to write dad too. Like,
yeah. Well, obviously I have to call Donna mom.
Right.
Now.
That's right. Well, because we're all marrying into this family.
Yes. And Taylor, she's my English teacher and my mom.
Right. And when she wrote that caption, she gave us all permission to continue our parasocial relationship with that family. So
yes. And I don't get why you would want to increase the parasocial relationship because if somebody
I know she's always like, leave me alone. And then she's like, I'm your mommy.
It's weird. As someone who has experienced it on a very small scale, it can be frightening, Katie. And I've experienced it on 1/1,000,000th of it. And you don't want to encourage it.
Max, you're literally so famous.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you don't.
Max is Katie. So famous. It's crazy.
When people stop listening to the podcast sometimes, who I don't know, they send me breakup messages. Breakup messages like they know me. Like, I am done listening to the podcast. Long paragraphs like they know me. Like, I know them.
Well, they're hanging out with us right now.
Yes.
And you know who you are.
It's just creepy.
I'm
It's
just gonna encourage
creepy.
it.
Don't send just it's
Yeah,
like
no,
it's like,
keep
have you
sending
ever
him
have you
love
ever
letters.
stopped
He
listening
loves
to a
it.
podcast and fucking sent them a breakup message? That's weird. That's a weird
No,
thing
I
to
think it's
do.
normal and we're weird.
I don't encourage it. That's what she's doing.
If you guys want to send free stuff and not to Max, send it to someone who would appreciate it. You can send free stuff to me.
No,
about
they
that?
don't send me free stuff. Nobody ever offers.
It's only the negative feedback.
Yeah, nobody ever offers to send me anything. They just send me breakup messages.
Wow.
And it's weird.
It is weird. That's weird.
A weird thing to do.
But you're America's best friend. No, you're America's brother.
I'm America's brother because Anna Kelsey's
Or are
my
you
mom.
America's boyfriend if people are breaking up with you?
I'm not in an open relationship, so I can't do that. Now, why are they? Now, you would think that like these housewives, don't they deal with a lot of bullshit? Why are they afraid of the Swifties?
Because everyone should be afraid of the Swifties.
I'm not afraid of the Swifties. I'm afraid of.
I'm not, because I'm like, they're all gonna look back. Either they're all gonna look back on the time when they were Swifties, aka because they're children now, and be like, "Hey," or they're fully grown adults and they're beyond saving.
Yeah, I don't think that they're just I think they range from like 5 to like 40, the Swifties. There are some that are older, but they generally 5 to 40. The only fan group that like I'm really afraid of, besides like all like the men ones who are like, you know, like the gamers and stuff, all like serious gamers are scary, are the Barbs. The Barbs are very frightening.
Well, especially
Nicki Minaj
if they
fans.
remain Barbs.
If they remain fans.
Like, they were already scary before she turned full, like, crazy MAGA. But if they're still riding for her in this economy, then yeah, they're probably the scariest people on earth.
Yeah, they've always been frightening. We are not going after the Barbs, but the Swifties, I'm not afraid of you.
The only fandom I'm scared of is Club Chalamet. And if you know, you know.
She is scary. Well, I thought she was a group of people, and then it turned out to be an older woman.
Right. That's right. No, it's just the one. And she's like
one person.
And she's probably like a full stalker.
But the Swifties, I'm not afraid of you. And
no,
by the way,
I'm not afraid of
Taylor Swift's music, it doesn't make sense anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Ophelia, what the fuck is that song about?
Ophelia Rass, can you please come to the office?
Who's that? Is that a person?
There's all this lore, and it's like not.
I don't want to know.
Exactly, and it's not. That's the thing. It's very like shallow, but like people talk about it like
sucks.
They're talking about like deep literature, and I'm like, it's not that deep.
It's about a football team, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what that song, a vibe. Okay, I used to listen to her music and go like, trouble. You know, I know what it's about. We're never getting back together. The blank space, and I used to go like, you know,
her whole thing was that she would just say exactly the thing she was feeling.
Well, it was good,
trying
right?
To be all like
I know I'm not the target audience, you know,
she
but I was
wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts.
Yes. I was like, I get this. This is good pop music.
Right? I'm like, now, I don't need that. Sometimes poetry is just saying how you feel. Write that down. Write that down. That was deep.
Yeah. and all the Swifties, they're like, can you believe that she wrote this while she was on tour? And I'm like, yes, because it makes no fucking sense.
Because she's like a monster capitalist and like is addicted to working and can't
she
stop.
Probably wrote it on the private plane. It sounds like it.
She's like, I haven't had a new like Target collab in 5 minutes. I have to get another one going.
Yo, Swifties, can you comment angrily so we can get some engagement? That
yeah. We're going for rage bait. We actually are catering to the Swifties.
Yeah, I know. Swifties get mad. Swifties be mad.
Yeah.
So how about that? Those traitors.
I have to say, really happy with the Traitors.
Oh, so fun. I'm
really happy with the Traitors. And like, I have to say, like, okay, so you know, I'm a big Love Island person.
Ditto.
And Rob, you know, after his second season, technically, because he first, I don't know if you know the lore, but he was on as a Casa Amor guy, didn't get picked. Everything. Yeah, you know. Just checking.
Yeah, but you can tell the people.
Yes, so for the people. So Rob, if you're not a Love Island person, first of all, get into it.
I just want to say I'm a little offended though that you were like telling it to me.
Well, I don't ever want to assume that somebody has watched as much Love Island as I have watched.
But the fact that
because the amount that I have watched is sick. That's true. Anyway, you're right. I wasn't addressing you. I was addressing our friends who I am in a parasocial relationship with.
But not the Swifties, because we
not
hate
the
them.
Swifties. We hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
we love the Barbs.
for the
Barbs, like, we worship.
listeners, I winked. Okay, so what was I even saying?
We're talking about Rob.
Rob. Okay,
R.
so
Rob
for those who
Roush.
don't know, Rob, he was a Casa Amor boy on the first season of Love Island that he was on, which means that he was like not very much like a main person. And then they brought him back the next year as like a main OG Islander, which means he was like very much on the show. And I really didn't like him on that season. But I have to say, he has won me over to the point where I'm like, this is my champion. He is playing so fucking well. He's using that weird, like cold, like standoffish personality, which on a dating show I found to be annoying. But on a gamer show, I'm like, this is a perfect front. I'm like, I just feel like he's found where he belongs. He's being so smart. He's like thinking 20 moves ahead. Like he's playing like James and I are talking about this. We're like, it's like watching someone play like how you would play, you know, where you're like, okay, yes, good, you're doing it right. And I'm all in.
Yeah, you never know how the dating show people are gonna play a game, and he's playing it like really well and thought out. Yeah,
that's the thing. I'm like, I think some people they do belong in reality television, but they like kind of have to like, they don't necessarily find their way in the room in the correct arena at first. And now I'm like, yeah, because he was annoying on the dating show because he was
but that was
cold
amazing,
and like
though.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously made good
and
drama.
He got emotional and stuff, or fake emotional.
Yeah, he hid in the pool. Yeah, that was
funny
so
when he curl up into a ball in his overalls.
It really was incredible television. Yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, I'm really surprised he hasn't done his overall look yet.
I'm
That's like
only going to be satisfied when he brings out the overalls.
I wonder. Yeah, it's like he's either saving it or it's just simply too cold. Lest we forget where they are.
Yeah, they're always wearing sweaters inside too. Like maybe
right. I mean, they're in a castle in Scotland. Like it doesn't matter if it's summer; it's fucking freezing there.
I don't know. If I was in shape, I just feel like I wouldn't care. You know.
Right. And let me tell you that he's in shape.
Yeah. I think we're both highly aware of that. You know, I have watched a lot of Love Island, even though you don't believe me. Okay.
I do believe you. I'm sorry. Most people look at me like I'm crazy when I get into the weeds.
Yeah.
I forgot I'm in a safe space.
Well, let's just start. You know, we'll get into things. We're in the vans on the way. I thought what was interesting was our guy Michael Rappaport. We're both huge fans of him. We're like Michael Rappaport heads. Like we just love everything about him.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that Jesse, we had him on he's going to be back too. We love Jesse. Very funny. He was on the cast assessment. He had known that he's like, I had seen Michael Rappaport talking about the Housewives before. He has been at BravoCon and is like a huge Housewife fan.
That's why he's there. That's like his whole shtick.
I just thought it's because he was like a loud asshole, and they were like,
yeah, well, he's a loud asshole who has found his niche being like a sort of like Housewives Bravo adjacent grifter.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was like, I was like, Rob Funches is there, and that's random. Michael Rappaport is also.
Well, I think
you know what I mean?
think he got his start as like a comedian, and then he just like is obsessed with Bravo, or maybe he was.
Well, he's also an actor. He's
show.
Like he's in things. He's an actor. He was in
for the listeners at home with no video. I'm making the bar.
He's like a terrible person. But he's also an actor. He was in Only Murders recently. He was in Friends. He's in stuff. Yeah.
He recently got work.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on this show. God.
Yeah. They don't care. Dude, people care. There's terrible people in everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible people, Donna Kelsey shows up. And, just kidding. We love her.
We love Donna.
Terribly boring.
It Donna really does feel like watching somebody that like, you know, like woke up in a different body one day and was just like, you're going on TV. Like she is so normal. It's crazy to see her on TV. It really highlights like how like charismatic and kooky crazy like most people that we are watching on television are, because just to put like such a truly authentically normal person on that show next to all those people, I was like, oh my god.
You know, when on Survivor, where like Cerise sits out in all of the challenges, I was like, can we let Donna sit out from the
Right.
challenges? She's in her
I don't want her to
70s.
get hurt.
I was like, when they weren't giving her the chariots, I was like, guys, like she's like
Yeah.
the whole. I was like, guys, like.
But I don't know. I mean, her sons are professional athletes.
Oh, so she is too.
I mean, they got half her DNA.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She's like America's mother.
She's America's mom.
If there was a drinking game where you had to drink every time one of them said that, you would die. You would be hospitalized.
When the cars pull up, Rob Cesternino is afraid of being in the first car. Is there a first car curse on the Traitors?
Oh, that would be an interesting stat to look up.
Because there was, I'm not sure if it's been broken, for a very long time, there was a first in the door curse on Big Brother for like at least 20 seasons.
And I bet that sounds like something that would be like also a Survivor stat, like first off the boat curse.
You know, and it's something that a reality TV podcaster would know, which is Rob Cesternino's thing. If you don't know, he's like
yes, James was telling me that.
Yes. Rob actually got me, is like my introduction to reality TV podcasting.
Wow.
Like way back in the day.
Come on, mentor.
Over 10 years ago. So shout out to Rob C.
Wow.
Yep. Still listen to his Big Brother recaps. He's great.
And rest in peace.
And I was very disappointed losing my gamers so early. Yeah.
I know, but that's part of why I was like, fuck, Rob, like, is so smart.
I just want to shout out Purple Jordan, longtime listener. Great to see you back. Hey, Jordan. Yes, Tamar did break the curse in BB Celeb, but it still holds for main BB.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Big Brother is sort of the final frontier for me. Like, I haven't really gotten into Big Brother yet, but I know I would like it based on all my other interests.
I can tell you the best seasons to start with.
That'd be great. Yes.
You can see why Dan Giesling is actually good at games besides being the worst Traitors player ever. But yes, I do remember Tamar breaking that curse, but I don't know if BB Celeb doesn't really count. I can't believe it still holds for Big Brother. So I do wonder if there is a first car curse, though. That really did stand out to me.
Right.
What did you think about the secret traitor?
I think it's so smart. I thought it was a brilliant addition. I was craving like a new sort of wrinkle to the game. It's smart for so many reasons. One, it's obviously smart. It's because it's fun for the audience. Now we get a couple episodes to sort of play at home. Like, who do we think is the traitor? And it's smart because I think it's like another little advantage for the traitors because it'll help them authentically look like faithfuls because they are genuinely in the dark about who one of the traitors is and they genuinely want to find out and they would genuinely be surprised. So like, yeah, I just think it's such a great mechanic and I loved it.
Yeah, I love getting to play along and stuff like that. And I do wish it had gone on a little longer, not just because Donna was found out, but because they were going to end it after like 2 or 3 episodes. I was kind of like, we could over like 4. I think 4 would have been good, but I get it.
I have a theory about that because, well, first of all, I think it was very smart for them to make Donna the first secret traitor, and I think it was intentional. James and I talked about this a lot last night, where we were like, it's probably because she, as I said, is too normal to be on TV. Like, she's not good television. Like, it's interesting that she's there, but she's not good television. But she's also so famous right now. And I'm sure they're thinking, oh, well, this will bring in all the Swifties to watch the show. So it's like, make her the first secret traitor so she gets to like have like a thing that she does. But because she's secret to the audience, we don't have to feature her on camera as much. And she'll probably be like found out pretty quickly because she probably won't be good at it, which, as we saw, she, no offense, was not because she got caught. But she'll still like have her 3-episode arc. We'll get the Swifties in. They're going to want to watch her. So we'll get 3 episodes in. And then even though she goes home, maybe they'll be hooked and then we can keep the Swiftie contingent. And I think it was brilliant to pick her first because it's like kind of obvious, but she'll get to play a little bit. But also I'm like, and good because that woman doesn't need the money. I don't want to see her win. Her son is about to marry a billionaire. Like,
Yeah.
Donna, like, it's like, okay, this was like her sort of like Make-A-Wish moment. She like she watched one season of Traitors and was like, I want to do that. And they like called someone on the phone and got her on TV.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was like a nice, neat bow. Now, I do hope that now what happens is that they'll pick a new secret traitor and we still get this element longer, but with somebody like who will be better at it.
Yeah, I thought that it would be a figure skater, either Tara or Johnny, because this is going up against the Olympics and they commentate on the figure skating.
Oh, that's
so
why
that's
they're there.
Why
that's so
they
smart.
are there.
Yeah, I get it now.
I
I
mean,
get it. I was definitely like, huh?
Johnny is on a lot of shit and he's really funny, as you've seen. He's like great TV.
Oh my God. He's great TV. And I love that he's sort of like his like outfit aesthetic is like Renaissance boy. Like every time they pan to him and he's in one of his little like chapeaus and like looking all like sultry, I'm like, that is so funny. He looks plucked out of a tapestry.
Also, when they're together commentating, I've always said they kind of dress like they're in the Hunger Games together. Like she'll pair up with him and do like costumes together. Yeah. And like they've done like cake things together. Like they're really funny together. And I think it's a mistake that they are not just like being an open alliance.
Right. Because I forgot about that, like right in the first episode, because they were like, he pretended that he didn't know her. Right. Which is also
no, they're famous.
So that's crazy to hear.
Hold on. They're like the best man and women at each other's wedding.
Right,
so
exactly.
People know this. They're famous for being best friends. Like they commentate together. They're like a buddy comedy duo. You know what I'm talking about? Like
yes, exactly. That's why I'm like so surprised. I was like, wait, that seems like a crazy ask to make people think they wouldn't know each other already. It's a very niche sport, and they both have competed at the highest level. But to hear that they like publicly on television co-comment together and have in the past, like you're really expecting that people don't know anything about the world. I'm like,
you have 22 people there, 20 other people. So I would be like, guys, like they're in an alliance, like,
right?
Come on. And I would be like, the Olympics are probably going up against this based on when Traitors air. One of them's probably a traitor. That would just be me to my alliance, just me. But
well, then I think that's very smart. I think that's very smart. I also love figure skating. Michelle Kwan.
Clearly not enough, Katie.
Not enough. Okay, that's true. Not enough as an adult. As a kid, I loved the idea of figure skating.
Oh, the idea.
And then I had a Michelle Kwan computer game, and I spent more time like designing her outfits than like actually skating. But
I was talking on the cast assessment how I was like a Michelle Kwan stan because she was a rock goddess, and it was very sad. Let's continue. Let's continue on. Who did you think was the secret traitor? Because I thought it was Johnny or Tara.
You know, for a minute I was like, I think it could be Jam Jam or Mora, because I was like, it's someone tall. But then that's when when it was revealed as Donna, I was like, right, but they did have like broader shoulders. You know, I'm just going based off of silhouettes under the cloak. So I don't know. I guess I was thinking like, I guess it probably could be Donna. And that was my other thinking, was like when they decided to do the early round table, I wonder if it was just because like everyone in the castle was like, it's Donna. And so they're like, we should just get this over with.
Yeah, the way she played is like, I'm just so I just like worship all of you. You're all so famous. I know who all of you are. You're all big celebrities. I can't even talk to you. I'm like, I don't think I would walk into a room with all these people and be like, oh my God, it's Rob from Love Island.
Right. I would.
Yeah, but I don't think you're right. You're right. He's hot.
No, I just mean like but I'm such a fan of all these like specific kinds of reality shows.
But I don't think she would.
I think she is. I think she's like a Bravo fan. I think
but that's how she was playing it, because she was a traitor. It was like so overdone. You know what I mean? She was like, oh,
it's probably true, but she was overdoing it.
Yeah, like the more and then she was in confessional, like, I'm just a mom.
Right.
I was like, I don't think she views herself as just a mom.
Right. Because
I was like, I don't buy
because
it.
her sons are like fully grown adults.
Yeah, and
Like at a
they're
certain
very
point, you're
successful. I
like,
don't
you
think
could just be a human.
yeah, she doesn't view herself as just a mom.
Yeah.
So everyone enters the castle. We see Monet exchange and Jam Jam form an alliance, but we don't see anything come of this. And I thought that would have been a really fun pairing for
I
them.
know. I wonder, maybe they just like spent more time together and were like actually not really get along, or maybe it's not that deep.
It seems that Jam Jam's not really forming an alliance with everyone. It seems that everybody
Yeah.
wants to form an alliance with him, and then he's kind of like not doing so well socially with anyone.
Yeah, I guess that could be true.
Like we see him throw Rob's sister Nino under the bus. We see Tiffany want to work with him, and then go like, I don't really feel good about him. Like people don't really like Jam Jam.
Well, you know, the thing about Jam Jam is like on his season, like he was cutthroat. Like
Yeah.
he always was like, I won because of his social game, but it was like, and he won because, and he also said this himself, like anytime anybody even like looked at him wrong, he made sure they were voted out.
Yeah.
And it was like, yes, his social game was part of it because he was like always able to like convince people to like vote the way he wanted them to. But he was like he was so cutthroat on Survivor. So like, yeah, if he's here gaming, I could see him being like really locked in.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a little easier to do that on Survivor than on a show like this where like not everybody's like that. You know?
Exactly. That's what I mean. I'm like, I don't know if it's necessarily working out this time because yeah, Survivor, like everyone's expecting each other to be cutthroat, so they're not taking it personally.
Yeah, it'll
But here people are like, excuse me.
And I just want to say, Monet, I thought this would work out because Monet is a Survivor fan. Before, I think season 49, they did like an influencer Survivor thing.
And she went.
And she was on it. Yeah. So I was like, I
that.
really think this could work out.
Right. That's the thing. I was like, oh my God, this is just so cute because yeah, she is like a huge Survivor fan.
We fucking know everything. What don't we know?
We're sick and twisted.
Yeah.
we need to leave the house.
We know all of Taylor's like private flight miles and like destinations and gas usage. Like we're stands, you know.
Yeah. But we're not Swifties. We swear.
We're not Swifties. Swifties, get mad. Come on, comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment. Don't message. Subscribe. Get mad.
Subscribe, and you could curse.
Yeah. I think that Michael Rappaport, he actually in the beginning is doing a really good job of feeding the housewives' egos. And if he had just kept doing that, he would have been fine. If you just play to their egos, I think that's like the strategy. Just talk about how much you like the housewives, you'll survive the whole time. Because then if one or two of them are traitors, they're not going to kill you. They're going to love you, right?
Right, exactly.
Keep people around. That's what they
and
like,
instead,
right?
He activated them. Like he's like, I will do the exact opposite and directly attack the most charismatic and like outspoken alliance in this house. And probably the only people that like, by proxy, that technically should have been his alliance. Like he's technically considered like a Bravo guy. They all know him. So like that's exactly who he should have aligned with. And instead, I mean, this is not a man who has all his marbles, which we know based on what a horrible person he is. So I'm not surprised he's playing terribly. I want him off my screen.
Why am I a threat? Well, I think because I'm Lisa fucking Rinna.
And that's absolutely right.
Yeah, this is my first like direct exposure to Lisa Rinna. Of course, I'm like aware, but I'm not a housewife guy. Look, I try. I can't.
I know.
You
know what I should do for you? If you curate like a Big Brother like season guide, I can do the same for you for housewives. But the easiest way in is just start Salt Lake City from the beginning and watch.
I keep trying. I can't.
Where are you getting stuck? Like season 2 or 3?
Look, I did 1 and then I skipped to 3 and then I keep trying. I watched 2 Like the abridged version, that was great. Maybe I'll just watch abridged versions. Like I watched 2 with all the Jen Shaw, her getting arrested and like the bus and
Right.
stuff.
And then 3 is kind of slow because it's just the fallout of that. So I think you could watch like here's what you should do. You should watch a summary recap of seasons 2 and 3, and
Mhm.
then you should watch and then start at 4 and watch all of it. Because like
Okay.
you would think there's no way that it could top someone getting arrested by Homeland Security on camera in a Sprinter van, but then somehow it does. Somehow it only gets better after Jen Shaw goes to jail and isn't on the show anymore, which is a crazy thing to, because like you don't think anything could top that, and then it's like it's so good. It's so good.
I don't know. It doesn't speak to me the way that like Vanderpump Rules did. I just like that was my first.
I think you just
show.
have to. I just think you have to try again.
I'll try.
I think you have to power through because again, 2 and 3. I do remember seasons 2 and 3 be kind of a slog because Jen Shaw is like exhausting to watch. But she once she goes to prison, it's like it gets better.
All right, I'll try again for you. I'll do it.
Thank you.
For you, Katie.
For you. That's
not
the thing.
For the Swifties though.
But it's ultimately going to be for you because I do think you're going to fall in love.
I'll do it for me and you and the Barbs. That's who
Perfect.
I'll do it for. Yeah. Ian says that R.I.P. Ian. I really love Ian.
Yeah.
I'm sad that he's gone. He's a sweetie, and he's also very smart, and he's very cutthroat. He beat Dan Giesling, the GOAT, when he won. He's really great, and he says that the Faithful game is a juicy nut to crack. But I do want to say that if Sandra hadn't fucked up at her final roundtable, she basically cracked the Faithful game. So when Tiffany later on talks about how you want to kind of like know who the traitors are and like befriend them, Sandra in her post-game interviews talked about this, and she basically knew that Phaedra was a traitor, and I think she knew who the other traitors were too, and you basically want to befriend the traitors so they keep you around. But she just kind of got confused at the end. So it's basically like, I think that's kind of what the Faithful game is. You befriend the traitors, you know who they are, and then you befriend the Faithfuls as well, and you just play.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think, even though, again, I don't want that man on my screen, I thought it was very smart that Tiffany was like her reasoning for like teaming up with Michael is because she was like, sure, he was a traitor, which I don't blame her. Like, I was starting to be like, is he the secret traitor? God, I hope he's not, because I need him out of here.
He could only be the secret traitor, though. It's like he's clearly not a normal traitor.
No.
They would never act that way.
No.
Yeah, and if you're familiar with him at all, he's just like a Knicks fan. That's how they act. Like, they're total losers. Their team sucks. They have a bunch of celebrities that sit courtside, and for some reason, they think because they can't afford tickets, their team is fucking cool, but their team sucks, and the Nets are better. Okay,
come at us, Knicks fans. Get in the comments, subscribe, and you can curse.
They're fucking. They suck. Okay,
who cares that you
did well in the playoffs for 1 year? He's a fucking epitome of the Knicks fans. Okay,
yeah,
he really is the epitome of a Knicks fan. A total loser who can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get him.
Got him.
Get him.
Let's go. We did it.
Wow.
I've been really waiting to say that.
Annihilated. You'll never recover. Knicks fans will never recover.
They'll never recover. Let's get to the round table. Candace is picked as a traitor, which originally I was like, I don't know this person. I don't pick a housewife that I know. And then I was like, all right, this is great. She's really terrible. So I love this.
Right.
It's really messy.
I know it, but I'm so interested about her game because exactly. Like the first episode or two, I was like, Candace,
just shut the fuck up.
Be quiet.
Shut up.
But also I'm like, the thing is though, is like, if you're going to be like that, at least be consistent, so that people might start to like get confused because they're like, well, she is always like that. And I think her putting her, which I originally thought was a bad idea, her putting her neck out for Phaedra, I was like, that's a bad idea. Like you're seeming really suspicious right now. But then Phaedra turned out to be a faithful. So I did think, I was like, okay, that might help that might help her sort of skate along a little bit longer. But I think she's ultimately going to get caught because she's just too wild with it. And then I think Lisa Rinna's going to get caught because she's Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
And of course, Alan Cumming would like, come on. Alan, of course, is going to pick Lisa Rinna to be a traitor if Lisa Rinna agrees to be on the Traitors. It's Lisa fucking Rinna.
Yeah, it was so obvious. That was like our that was me and Jesse's like number one. We're like, so Lisa Rinna.
That's exactly what I said to James. I was like, I could have guessed with 95% certainty that Lisa Rinna would be a traitor.
She was the only housewife that I knew besides Dorinda because she was on here before. So,
but I was interested that they picked 2 housewives. I wonder if that was to throw people off. And then, I thought it was really interesting that they picked Rob because although instantly I was like, okay, this makes sense because like he was kind of like a villain on his season of Love Island and like the Traitors are villains, but you know, they love to do this like wholesome straight white guy archetype to be a faithful. And so they haven't had one be a traitor yet. And he kind of like tiptoes on the line. Obviously, we also have Colton, although, you know, not straight, but still that same kind of like lovable white guy, faithful track.
Yeah.
Like we've had with Dylan Efron and then before that Pilot Pete.
Well, he was so unlikable though, Pilot Pete.
But I know. But in the castle, his role was like, I am the most faithful of the faithfuls. And then that was what Dylan did his season. But like a little bit better gameplay wise. So you would just kind of assume that of Rob. And again, it's a great choice because he's so just like you cannot read him, and he can stay so calm, which is also so impressive to me because I would be freaking out. And he just seems so calm, and I'm like, I think he's gonna go really far, and especially I think because he has these 2 incredible shields of Candace and Lisa who are being so obvious. I think he could win.
So similar to how I thought that I thought that Johnny or Tara would be a traitor. I was like, oh, I'm such a fool for not thinking that Rob would be a traitor because of course he would put the Love Island person as a traitor. It's like the most popular reality TV show.
That's so true.
On television.
That's so true. Of course
they're going to highlight him.
And it's also the first like popular Love Island because they've had a couple Love Island people before, like, and one of them, you know, Ekin-Su, lest we forget. Oh Lord, Ekin-Su, not Ekin-Su.
I just want to say though, internationally, she won Love Island on UK.
No, I know. That's yes.
But
sorry,
not
this is
US.
For the listeners.
You're right.
For the listeners who don't know, Ekin-Su is very, very famous. In Love Island,
probably like the most unanimous winner ever.
Yes. But to your point, for the Peacock audience, I think a lot of new Love Island fans have entered the fold as of the season that Rob was a star on.
So like more than Bergie, obviously.
Right, yeah. And Bergie was like the season before the season that blew up.
Yeah.
And part of the reason why that season I hated was because Bergie should not have been there. It was horrible.
That's so not nice. He's a stud. What, he's not studly enough?
No.
We need bigger pecs. They need a pec minimum. They need an ab minimum. We need at least 10 pec.
It felt like bullying to have him there.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the fuck? We need a minimum of Botox injections on faces too. You know, there needs to be like a thing going on. This is Love Island, okay?
You can't. They all have to be the same kind of person, or else like it's just not fair.
Everybody needs a BBL. You know, we can't have anything. Whenever somebody's like, I'm natural, I'm like, we don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want that on Love Island. That's not a brag, okay?
It's weird if you're not all the same kind of person.
And also, if Huda is not on next season of Traitors, I don't know if I can watch. I need somebody that toxic, okay?
Yeah, she would be really good on Traitors. Wow.
Yes.
You're so right.
Yeah, Jesse was
manifesting.
So funny.
Manifesting.
So funny. Her calling everybody bitch at the round table. So funny. Oh my God. So funny. So this is what Rob says, Rob R, when he's made a traitor.
I'm as happy as can be. I honestly think I'll make a good traitor. I'm hard to read. I've been told that by every girl I've ever dated, and I'm extremely competitive.
I don't really remember people saying that he's hard to read. I remember this.
Like, you can cradle him while he cries in the corner.
Quit your crying, cowboy. It's not no game anymore.
It's not no game anymore. Yeah. Sorry, it's so like theatrical. Oh my god.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, but that was like weird because he is normally so like stasis, like, and then randomly all of a sudden he was like drowning himself in the pool.
Crawling. That's
why it was bizarre, because he was like, he went from being like stone cold to like, and it was like, why are you the one crying?
But I'm just saying,
she just got dumped.
When things get tough, he will crawl up in a ball and fake cry, and that's not hard to read.
I don't think I think, to his point, he's competitive, and this is just such a different thing. Because like that's what I mean. I don't think he was right for a dating show.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he was. But he wasn't right to win it.
Snakes.
He's at home. Like, he's not gonna crawl into a pool and cry. Okay, he's locked in.
Okay, why won't you make fun of him with me? Like, why can't
I know.
That's the point of the show. We make fun of them.
I've been making fun of Rob for years.
Oh, so you're over it now. Now, when you're in the spotlight in front of all these Swifties, do you get shy?
No, I'll always make fun of those fucking overalls. But I can't make fun of him right now because I'm genuinely happy with the game he's playing, and I'm rooting for him now.
Oh, okay. Let's go, Rob. Team
Rob.
Love Island. Now that Rob She is gone, I'm all in on Rob R.
And I can't believe we haven't even. I mean, we're talking about Love Island legends. Maura Higgins. I'm gonna look right at the camera. Maura Higgins is the greatest thing that ever happened to television, and I'm so happy she's on this season. She looks incredible. She's so fucking funny, and I'm in love with her. And I'm getting a vibe between her and Rob.
Yeah, she is into him.
I feel like they're hooking up in the hotel.
I think he's a little hard to read, so I can't really figure it out. I actually can't.
I mean,
I have no idea what he's thinking. I actually should give him credit.
Lucky. He would be so lucky to even get a chance with the Maura Higgins. And it's a thing where it's like, yeah, before when they interacted, she was like coming in as a guest host, so the power dynamic is off. She can't, like, they can't be interested in each other. But now they're equals because they're both competing on Traitors. I'm shipping it.
I have to say, she kind of said that she was like kind of smart and stuff. I'm not really feeling it. She doesn't really come off as that smart to me.
You take that back. She's one of the funniest people in the world.
She is funny. I'm just not getting like intelligence.
You have to be smart to be funny.
No, you don't. I'm an idiot.
Well, intentionally funny.
Oh, so it's just natural. I'm a total dumbass.
No, I actually thought she could have been a secret traitor, and I do think she would be a good traitor. So here's my top. If they're adding a new traitor, I think yes, it should be one of the figure skaters, or I think it should be Maura.
That'd be fun. Yeah. Nobody would know.
Yeah.
Let's get to post the first round table where everybody is picked. I have a question. Does Lisa Rinna always call her husband
Harry Hamlin? Yes, she does.
Name?
Yes, okay. Canonically, yes. That's like one of the most iconic traits about Lisa Rinna.
I assumed so because she's like,
she always refers to herself. She always refers to herself as Lisa Rinna, and she always refers to her husband as Harry Hamlin. Who I fucking love her.
Okay.
Do you know who Harry Hamlin is? He's an actor.
Yeah, he's like a famous actor.
Yeah. Okay,
stuff, right? I do my research.
Okay, great. I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Well, it's my job, you know. Natalie Anderson, one of my favorite Survivor winners.
Yes.
So she talks about playing an aggressive, faithful game, which I think is good for her because she like comes off as very aggressive. So it's good to like stay in character, you know, because she always plays such an aggressive game.
Yes.
And she's fucking yoked.
Oh
like,
my God.
Just like so everything she does, she like, even when she's like, I can't, she's like, being in the cage is so weird for me because everybody knows I'm so intense. You know what I'm talking about? But I think that Jam Jam being in the game is so good for her because people are only talking about him as winning Survivor. Like,
Right.
nobody is thinking about the fact that she not only won Survivor the first time she played, she came in third place the second time she came after getting voted off first, coming back off of the edge of extinction, fighting back, winning challenges, and getting back to and winning third place. No, second place. Second place.
That's so true, Max. And it's also making me. Here's the thing. All right, I'm going to say something and I'm going to stand by this. If Rob, the traitor Rob, doesn't go after Natalie next for all those things you just listed, I don't like Rob anymore again, because that would be misogynistic of him to underestimate her. If he's only viewing the male gamers as threats, like, that's crazy.
Oh, I haven't even
You're
thought
so
about that.
right. Yeah,
but neither of us did until now, so I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
we're
sexist.
complicit. We're complicit. But no, that's such a good point. She is like one of the biggest threats. Like, on top of her resume, and like, she's fucking ripped.
Yeah, but I just think it also speaks to her game. Like, she's really, really good.
She's really good.
And saying,
I think aligning herself, because obviously her and Monet are allies now. And I think that's a great alliance, because I don't think people are going to view Monet as a threat. And if she's just I'm Monet's friend, then they're just going to be a pair and people aren't going to think about them. Yeah. Meanwhile, she could just be doing the calculations and planning things.
Yeah, I'm so glad she's on TV though.
I know, she's great.
She was on the challenge briefly and had to leave and never came back. And I was so disappointed because obviously she would be amazing on that show. Yeah. And she was so fun for the 3 episodes that we had her. She was supposed to be on one season of Survivor and got a concussion and wasn't on Game Changers. There's just been times when she wasn't able to come back. So anytime she's on TV, I'm like, Natalie, I love you, please, more.
Doesn't she have a twin?
Yes, and they were on 2 seasons of The Amazing Race.
That's what I was gonna say. I was I'm having this flashback memory of her having a twin and then doing The Amazing Race, but it was she was the twin that won.
Yes, and on her season of Survivor, it was Blood versus Water. Her twin got out first, and she won.
Right. Oh my God.
And so her season was not only was she avenging her twin, when her alliance was Jeremy, and when Jeremy got out, she was just I'm gonna slit everybody's throat for Jeremy, and that's gonna be my drive to win. And she just played a badass game.
Oh my God.
Just won. So she
that
just
was such a good season. I remember.
Yeah, it's Dan Wandell's it's great. It's one of my faves.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's great. And then Jeremy basically learned from her, and he went on to win Second Chances. Also one of the best seasons.
Yeah.
Great seasons. Yeah.
Wow. I need to go back and do some old school Survivor rewatches.
Yeah. Let's keep going. So Michael Rappaport, he does cause a lot of great moments. He gets a huge group of people together and he says he has studied this game, not well. And mathematically, there's 5 housewives and 5 gamers. So at least one of the 5 from each is a traitor. Now,
and here's the thing. He's not wrong.
That's what I was going to say. He is not wrong, but you don't say it to the whole castle at once.
Yeah, because guess what? The traitors are up in there.
Yeah, well, those people are traitors. Why would you say it to everybody? You make friends, and then you go
Yeah.
Again, also, you want to be friend traitors. I thought you studied this game.
A broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's also obvious. Captain Obvious.
Yeah, exactly. It's well, yeah, we know, and you just screamed it, so now no one wants to work with you.
It is very funny though. I was well, duh, dipshit.
Yeah.
Such a Knicks fan thing to say, well, let's get to the Traitors turret. I love how Candace and Lisa Lisa Rinna take the wife of Harry Hamlin take the traitor's vow so seriously with Alan, and Rob is just yeah, and they're
that's Rob. That's Rob.
And they're yes, I vow to kill, and he's yes, I vow to write the things on the paper.
Right. Well, that's why you have the housewives there, because they're gonna feel their fantasy. And then,
and he's
and then there's Rob.
This is a paycheck. I make silly videos on the internet. where we play pranks on people.
Is that what he's doing now?
He did it before, and they never like talked about it. They like
Right.
do things where like
I
they'll like
remember
bring
seeing those videos.
they
They're
bring
so
they're
cringe.
called the cheeky boyos. I don't know if he's not always a part of it, but they'll like go to Bed Bath and Beyond and they'll like bring an actual bath into it, and then they'll like take a bath in the middle of the store.
Oh, see, every time I think I'm starting to like want to root for Rob, I hear
his
more
defense,
information.
the employees were laughing at that one. They liked it. They were like,
Okay.
they were like, just don't make too big of a mess, but you make our day. Because sometimes if you do it right, the people think it's funny, but sometimes they say we're calling the cops. And then sometimes people are like, I hate this. But then I'm like, but why do you think Jackass is funny? You know what I mean? I'm torn about the fucking issue of these like really obnoxious pranks. I'm like, you know what I'm talking
it's just
about?
like whenever it's like the people, because it's one thing if it's like you're gonna go like, you know, set off some fireworks on a golf course and like fuck with some like old rich people, but like when you're coming in like harassing like working people, like
it just
at their
depends.
job.
Some of them are fucked up. Some of them I'm like, you know, like whatever, you know, as long as you like clean it up, the people actually like, think it's funny. Like if you go to a drive-through and you hand them a bowling ball, sometimes they laugh and they're like, our day is so boring. You like do something funny. Do you know what they're like? Oh, can you hold this till I get my money? And they're like, oh wow, this is like weird. Do you know what I mean? And you see it, you're like, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the issue. Like it's like a weird thing for me, as opposed to like I'm like, I don't know. I thought Jackass was funny growing up. I don't know.
That's true.
But I do think it's hard. I do think it's like you probably just shouldn't do it though. Talk about it.
It's nuanced.
It is, but it's also not. It's like just leave people alone.
You're right.
And the people that do it look really annoying too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Rob does. And he mentioned it. He's like, I make videos on the internet. I'm like, you finally admit it. I know where you come from. And I've seen these videos before Love Island, and I was watching it, and I was like, why does this guy look so familiar to me? Who is it?
It was Rob.
Yep.
Wow.
So we learned that, we learned the secret Traitors twist aren't going to kill anyone. Let's get to this first mission. I liked this mission because I like that like people are going against each other instead of just like a boring first mission where it's like, oh, they need to get money and then the timer and everything. Because it also pushes people into alliances that they might not already be.
It was way more survivor coded, which I think is good.
Yeah. I also liked that at the end they actually ran out of time.
Yes, I liked that too. Because James and I were talking about that. We're like, we hate the timer thing because they always just seem to make it with 5 seconds to spare or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously it starts to be like, okay, well, you guys are just making it up now. But yeah, make them run out of time. Like I want to, if you're timing things, they should fail sometimes.
Yeah, like add some urgency to these lame challenges that aren't that interesting to watch. But this one was, and I liked the Graves thing and stuff like that. I mean, the challenges, you know, they're not super interesting. We talk about a couple things. We get Stephen Coletti, Rob R, and Colton. They're the boat captains. I love Johnny pointing out he's on the gay boat. That was really funny. I think even like Donna Kelsey was on that boat. His mom.
America's mom.
America's mom.
That's right.
And I love that like two boats formed an alliance and stuff. We get some strategy.
See, exactly. It was interesting. I was like, okay, here we go. People can play.
Yes. This is the first time Candace calls. This is the first time we hear America's mom. I wrote it down. Candace says it. So
wow.
Yes.
She's like America's mother.
Yeah, but I mean, anything to really talk about here? You know, people get nominated, challenge. I mean, anything with here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the car ride back was super interesting. Like with Phaedra, Candace, and Maura.
Portia, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I keep saying Phaedra. Sorry.
Because
Portia.
There's too many housewives.
Yeah, there's a lot. No, I think it's because we were talking about Phaedra before, and now I know that it's
too many housewives. Yes.
Portia, and Candace and Maura, and then for Candace to like lie like that and then like deny it was very like brazen of her and kind of sloppy and weird. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to get caught. And then it ended up working out. It actually ended up making Portia look guilty. So maybe, again, I'm like, every time Candace does something, I'm like, why would you do that? And then like, it kind of works out for her. And I'm like, I guess maybe she's on to something.
I know. We were talking earlier, before they were like, before the traitors met, she named Lisa's name for no reason.
Right.
Why would you name? I guess because it makes you not look like a traitor. So it's kind of like almost a good idea strategically, but it's also kind of crazy.
And I bet she didn't think, she was like, okay, well, I'm a traitor and I'm a housewife. So that means none of the other traitors are housewives. You know what I mean? Like she probably was like, they wouldn't do 2 housewives.
But then I would be afraid later of like looking like I'm walking something back if I was a traitor. Like it's such a wire to walk, you know?
Right.
Like, people were like, oh, do you still think it's Lisa? And then I'd be like, no, it's not Lisa.
I guess it's like, that's where like crazy people like Michael Rappaport come in handy for the traitors, because it's like, he's just causing so much chaos that people will probably forget anything you said on like the first day. It's reminding me of he's like this season's Tom Sandoval, but like obviously worse. Like at least Tom like ended up being like, okay, like that's funny, but like
Tom was like the star for me.
But Tom was like
you know, Sandoval. I don't get why most extras tour dates never come to LA. That's where he lives. Is it too expensive? I don't get it.
I think they probably just do shows here, so they don't like refer to them as tour dates.
But I follow the most extras on Instagram, and they never
haven't performed here in a
They
while?
only play at like casinos in Missouri. I'm like, I want to watch this. I want to watch Tom Sandoval, the most extras. I want to see him do Blinding Lights. Come on.
Should we like throw an event and hire his band to play?
Yeah, well, we looked into playing a wedding. It was like $20,000 or something. I was like, no way.
Wait, you were gonna book his band to play your wedding?
Then he would be the star of our wedding. Everybody would be like, I went to Tom Sandoval concert. Oh, Max got married. I'm like, I'm not gonna let Tom Sandoval steal
Sandoval
Marie's
Con.
wedding.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but hilarious.
But yes, anyway, but similarly to last season where Tom was just constantly like throwing out names and being chaotic, it's like that's kind of I think it helps. It's helping the oh, sorry. Oh no, my doggies.
The puppies are excited about Tom Sandoval. Back at the castle. So we already talked about that shit. All right, let's get to the Traitors turret again. We get the short list of Rob, R, Ian, Mark, and Eric. And of course, it comes down to just Ian, Mark, and Eric because Rob R is a traitor.
Right.
And I do see why they picked Ian. There's really no reason to eliminate Eric or Mark unless you're like, because it's so random, but you should get out of threat with the first vote.
Exactly.
It's like when they
otherwise
got out,
it's a waste.
It's like when they got out Johnny Bananas. Like there's no reason not to, but it was sad.
It was sad.
Yes. I wrote down from this breakfast, Donna Kelsey is so fucking boring.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my God. Enough.
That's what I mean. That's why like it was so smart to make her the secret traitor, because like she can have her little moment, but like they could not have to feature her on camera.
And like I do get she was trying to like play being a traitor, being like, oh, I'm just happy to be here. You're all celebrities. Like I'm not, like I'm being a traitor, but I was like, oh my God, like can we just end? Come on.
No, send her home. She doesn't need this. I don't want to see this. She's not interesting.
I want a reality TV star who's camera hungry.
I need someone who's like desperate and like needs the money, needs the screen time, and needs the validation.
Yeah.
And she doesn't need any of that because she's just a normal person whose sons became famous and one of them is marrying a billionaire. I'm like, you don't need any of this. Get out of here. Go home. Go watch it.
Yeah, put one of them on there. They are very. I have
they
to
have
say,
the Riz.
I'm like not a fan of them, but they're very good at what they do.
Yes,
like their podcast. I don't enjoy it.
Podcaster to podcaster.
When I see clips of their podcast, I'm like, they got it. You know what I mean? Like they're good at what they do. I gotta give them credit. I watch it and I go, they're good. They're very media trained. They're good at interviewing. I'm like, you know what? They would probably be entertaining on like some kind of thing like the Traitors. I'm like, why is she on? Like, what the fuck?
They're too famous to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And again, like I literally think they just because she was like, I binged the whole season with my sons, and I was like, that's fun. I want to do that. That's like that's exactly why you shouldn't be here. If you are like you have powerful enough that your sons can just be like, can you guys like put my mom on the show? She like likes it.
Yeah, I know that I think they do like reality TV. I think that they used to watch like The Challenge back in the day and stuff, I've heard. So I think that I could see Jason maybe doing it. He's not like the more famous one, right? He's like,
yes, he's the more famous one. Go Birds.
He's the less famous one. So
he's definitely more famous because Philadelphia, Go Birds.
He's
the face of Wawa, so watch your mouth.
Is he the face of Wawa?
Yeah. Him and his wife did a whole Wawa campaign.
Maybe in Pennsylvania. I don't know. I'm more Jersey Wawa guy, so maybe you know.
Yeah, I guess
James Gandolfini is our face of Wawa. Sorry.
Well, if you're in northern New Jersey, yeah, for sure. But if you're in southern New Jersey,
but you know what sucks? In northern New Jersey, we don't have Wawa. We have Quick Check, which is still pretty good, but it's not Wawa. So it's whenever we start going south and we see Wawa, we're like all like stoked about it. We're like, oh, Wawa again.
Yeah, because you're actually getting to good shit.
Yeah, you're going to the better. It's like, okay, but you go to Wawa, you're like, oh, sick.
Yeah, and then fuck sheets.
Yeah,
sorry, I just want to activate all the fan bases so you get a lot of rage bait engagement.
I've heard Buc-ee's is cool though. I've
heard good things about Buc-ee's.
Yeah,
and I think
heard
it's
they have a lot of gas. They have like 50 gas pumps too. Like different gas. You taste all these different kinds of gas with the Buc-ee's.
You can taste all the
taste all types of gas you want at Buc-ee's.
Oh thank God! Finally, a place that'll let me drink the gas.
Yeah, I mean that's why people like it, right? I don't know why people like it. I don't know. I haven't been.
I just want a gas plate.
Yeah. So what's up with Jam Jam throwing Rob C under the bus like this, saying he was murdered all day yesterday? So nervous. Sorry. He says Rob C was nervous all day yesterday. And then in confession, Rob C is like, I don't think Jam Jam is on my side. He's like throwing me under the bus. Like, why would you say that?
Yeah,
it clocked to me too. It was really weird.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. I wonder if like Rob C just like looked at Jam Jam the wrong way. And again, that was sort of like his modus operandi and his season of Survivor was like anybody gives me any bad vibes, I'm voting them out.
Yeah, it's just so strange. Like, doesn't he want like who is he in an alliance with? Like no
one. It seems like him and Maura might be friends, but even then, not good enough that he would let her stay on the chariot.
Yeah.
You know, just the way she was like, please don't. Come on, don't. And then, I don't know. That whole challenge was crazy. Sorry, I know I'm jumping ahead, but like the way everyone was fighting about the coins and the slots on the chariot at the end, I was like, what do you mean you thought it was going to be up for debate?
Yeah, I feel like we missed something.
Yeah.
That like it wasn't shown.
Right.
I feel like people were also like switching the chariot at points that we like didn't see too.
Yeah, like there were more switch ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after breakfast, Portia we start seeing these Portia slip ups, like Ian is the one I killed, and later she talks about killing faithfuls in front of Ron and Michael. But it's like this turns out also being bad for Ron because she turns out not being a traitor.
Poor Ron. Because like he wasn't wrong to think that was suspicious. But then to have it be like he was wrong and the people that he was like working with on that, one of them ended up being a traitor, Donna, and the other one is fucking Michael Rappaport, who everyone hates. So yeah, I feel bad for him. But I'm also like, I did think it was interesting when Portia had that slip up, the one about saying like, well, I killed Ian. I thought she said that because she meant like I was part of picking him to like the grave thing, which made him be up. So like she was like saying that like I feel bad because I've made him vulnerable to be killed because we put. But so then I thought when they brought it up at the round table that she was gonna like say that like, oh, I meant this, but she just I don't know if there was just something we didn't see, or she just like was flustered by being accused and
I don't
didn't even
think she
remember
even
saying
recalled
it.
saying it. Do you know what I mean? I
Right.
think
Like she was just talking, and because I totally get it where it's like then they are trying to think like the traitors so they can like try to think like, oh, if I was a traitor, I would do this, or like, and then you accidentally like say out loud. Cause like a traitor wouldn't not accidentally say something like that, you know?
Yeah, people slip up all the time. I mean, Michael
Yeah.
literally
Well,
slipped,
Michael did it, yeah. And I was
and
kind of hoping that
Peppermint
would
slipped up in that one season.
right.
And people, if there's evidence of any kind, even if it's wrong, people will just cling to it because you just want to vote out somebody else that's not you. Who cares if it's
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then but it's so risky because it's like, look around, like now there's a giant target on his back. So I don't
He
know.
also fucked up by not letting other people in on it. You can't just go in
Yes,
with 3
it made it
people and
suspicious.
bring it. Like
Especially when like the other 2 people you're going in on it with are already kind of under suspicion. Because Donna was already under suspicion at that point.
Yeah, it's not Survivor where you can go in with a hate immunity idol or like a small voting plan and then kind of like, but no, even on Survivor, like usually when you go into Survivor, you have a plan already.
Right.
And then here we saw going into that round table where Donna gets voted out, that was clearly already decided, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, for the most part, we're going to vote out Donna.
I literally think that's why they did it so early in the day, because they were like, well, this won't be interesting because they all are in agreement that it's Donna.
Yeah.
And they're right.
It was smart. And it's like, let's, like you can't just go into 3 people and spring it upon everybody.
Right.
Like, it's not good gameplay. And, I hope Ron can figure it out because I actually think he's a little more interesting than I thought he would be. But I don't know. It's going to work out for him.
I know. And he was being so funny when he was like, they were doing their whole like tied up to the tree thing. Like he was feeling the fantasy. I love when people do that.
Let's get to the next mission. Lala the puppy is back.
Oh,
Thank
Lala.
God. Thank God. I was afraid about Lala.
When they first said, oh, look, it's Lala, I like wasn't looking at the TV at that second and I forgot that was the dog's name. So I was like, Lala Kent?
I know. Lala Kent would be so funny on this show.
How come they haven't had any? Oh, no. Literally Tom Sandoval. I was like, where's the other Vanderpump people?
But too rich to go on this show.
I don't think so. I think they're the perfect kind of person to want to do it.
She would be so funny. She'd be terrible. Oh,
yeah.
It'd be great. She's like Huda kind of.
Yes. Oh my god. Can you imagine if next season? Wait, fan casting Lala and Huda on the same season?
Yes. Oh, them both like code switching to being from like the hood of Utah or like wherever they're from. So funny. I'm gonna cut you, ho!
Oh my god!
Yes, Poppy.
Shut up, Lala.
Look, she's from the hood of Utah. Okay.
Oh my god. Woof.
The farmland.
It's like Utah, like probably the whitest state.
Give me Lala. Give me Lala, please. Lala Kent. Yeah. Okay, so clearly they should have just given Donna Kelsey a fucking chariot the whole time. I am not normally about like, I'm so normally about like, no, you got to win the money, you got to be strategic, fuck chivalry in these cases. No, she's fucking 73. Yeah. You all have enough money.
Put her up there.
Give her the chariot. She's old as fuck.
She's not gonna win. Just let her have don't make her do this.
No, it's rude. It's crazy.
She must have wanted to. You know what I mean? Like,
unless if I'm missing, I don't like. Sorry, she's not old as fuck. She's fine. She can clearly walk and stuff.
Right.
I take it back. But like, come on.
I bet they just didn't show her being like, I'm okay. I want to walk. And
if she wanted to walk, it's fine. I was just like, give Donna the chair.
Yeah, come on. Make her.
I also come on. Come on. Are they forgetting something?
She's like America's mother.
Okay, are you gonna not put Lady Liberty in a chariot? She is the new Statue of Liberty.
Put America's mother on a chariot, please.
We're gonna redo the Statue of Liberty with Donna Kelsey's face. Okay,
that's right. That's right.
What we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna fucking do.
With those iconic glasses. I loved her glasses.
Yes, almost as iconic.
She's had some really great brooches happening. There's a lot of really beautiful brooches happening this season. I have to comment on that.
Speaking of glasses, does Lisa Rinna always do the sunglasses thing, or is this new?
She is a fashion icon, and she's always dressing like wacky and fun. So I was loving her sunglasses.
All the sunglasses are
and
really
I was like, they're so funny. I don't know if that's like a signature thing of hers, but I think her dressing iconically is. And I also was kind of thinking, especially at breakfast where she was wearing the sunglasses, I was like, I actually do think there's an argument that shouldn't be allowed, because so much of this game is about like interpreting people's facial expressions. And like if you're wearing sunglasses, like
Yeah.
that's a good, because I like to wear sunglasses because I don't want to be perceived. And so
What are you hiding?
autism. So
the next person I see in sunglasses, just gonna assume they're autistic. That's what I'm gonna do.
So yeah, maybe it's like a sensory thing that she's wearing them, but from gameplay.
Lisa Rinna is autistic. You heard it here, folks.
I mean, I'm not gonna diagnose her, but
it's already done, Katie.
Who knows?
Who knows? We can't say for sure one way or another.
She's probably ADHD.
Yeah, there's like an 80% chance.
But who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? So I like when Stephen Coletti finds the shield and he gives it to Dorinda because he's a heavy male.
Okay, so did you research him, Stephen? Because I meant to and didn't, and I'm like, they're listing him as being from One Tree Hill, but I thought he was from like Laguna Beach.
He
Right?
was on Laguna Beach.
Thank you. I was like, am I crazy?
And then he was on One Tree Hill for like
So
2
kind of
seasons.
crazy that he actually got cast as an actor after being so famous as a reality TV person. I think that's very rare.
Yeah, it's not like, are you watching New Vanderpump where what's his face is like, yeah, I want to be like an actor.
And I'm like, well, you
Vanderpump.
just gave that up because you joined the cast of show. No one's ever gonna hire you.
I'm gonna be Flynn and Tangled.
Oh my god.
It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You sold your soul to Bravo.
Yeah.
Although you might get to play Roxy Hart on Broadway.
Yes.
That's kind of the only acting track you're allowed to do after you become a reality TV person. Maybe you'll marry if you play your cards right.
You might do a Rogaine commercial in 30 years. But
yeah. You could probably do commercial work, but it's not. No one's gonna call that acting.
Yeah. We get this token shit. I don't really know what happened. But they finished with 10 minutes left on the clock. Do we believe this?
Oh yeah. Well, only because they ran out of time in the other challenges. Do I believe?
Yeah, maybe
that they did it. But it did feel like a lot for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it felt a little fishy. I just think that the producers were like, who gives a fuck? Alan,
Right.
say some bullshit. Alan was like, 10 minutes.
Well, the thing is, like with them thinking that they were going to run out of time, it did kind of have the same desired effect, because they did like leave some stuff behind and like because they were worried they were going to run out of time. So, and they were like, now they're like, now we don't have to do as much work.
Yes.
Make them police themselves.
And Rappaport's like freaking out at Jam Jam about the fucking.
What was that?
I don't know.
It was bizarre because that's why there must have been some sort of like group conversation before they started that wasn't shown, where they were like, when we get to the end, we should all discuss like who needs it. And I bet he was like, I need it. And then Jam Jam just ignored him. Because I was like, what do you mean you should get it? Like, what are you talking about? Like, he found the shield. And so he is using it himself. Like, why wouldn't he? What are you talking about?
Entitled. I'm just very confused about it.
And that's the thing. I'm like, I guess I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt by thinking that there's context we're missing. Like, and I shouldn't be doing that
like
because
it, based on everything we know about him.
He's a lunatic. Yeah.
You think being a Knicks fan, he would have decades of
right.
of getting used to being a loser. You know what I'm talking about?
Got him. Get in the comments, Knicks fans.
Yeah, Swifty Knicks fans.
Yeah.
Back in the kitchen, did you see how much butter Kristen, the Top Chef host, put on her bread?
I didn't, but
I've never seen so much butter.
But that makes me feel validated because I do think the secret to a lot of really good recipes is just adding a
Oh.
lot of butter.
It's true, but I've never seen someone put so much butter on their bread, and it made me feel so much better about myself.
Yeah, so much butter about yourself.
So
Play the
so
air horn.
good.
Play the air horn. That's better. That was better.
But yeah, I was like, wow, I thought I put a lot of butter on bread, but this was like an unfathomable amount. She had like bread with her butter. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so nice to feel represented on television.
It also pisses me off how thin she is. I'm like, you're
right.
Like food is your life, and you're that. Like,
and
how
you look like that? Suspicious.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair. Yeah. Everyone's like, we want to get out Donna, but we're afraid of the Swifties. What about the Swifties? And I think that they're not actually afraid of the Swifties, but they're just kind of like
they're just saying that.
They're just acknowledging it. So they're like, don't be too mad at us.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, Swifties, we acknowledge you. You know. So we love you.
Crazy to wield so much power. Imagine if this contingent of people directed that energy towards something positive in the world.
Yeah, like the Barbs. What if they were like, we're not afraid of the Barbs. We love them. We love Nicki Minaj fans.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, we would need like Nicki Minaj's like husband's mom to be on the show. That's what it would have to be.
She's like America's mother.
And let's not get into the weeds about Nicki Minaj's husband.
No. How about I wonder how her cousin's balls are doing. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Shout out to her cousin's balls, you know.
So much crazy shit happens all the time that like you forget some of the crazier ones.
Not her cousin's balls. Always think about them.
That was crazy.
They're America's balls, okay?
America's balls.
They're like America's balls.
We're gonna see the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, we're gonna add them. Portia and Rob C are talking with Ron and Rob R. And Portia says there's 4 of them, right? About the traitors. Like,
yeah.
Girl.
I mean, and again, I'm like, to defend her, because obviously she was a faithful. I'm like, well, because normally there's 3 traitors picked, and then they all know that there's like, although James and I were talking about this, do we think they know that the traitor that like was revealed in plain sight is like a secret traitor? Like, I forget if that was said in the setup of it, or because like the other traitors found out that was the case, but the faithfuls don't know that.
I don't think the faithfuls know that traitor is secret to the other traitors.
So it is kind of suspicious that she guessed the amount correctly.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know how many traitors they are, but I think it's weird that she said it because she didn't say there must be 4 of them. She said there's 4 of them. Right. Which is weird to say a declarative number.
Yeah. But like, she's right. So like, it's tough.
Maybe she's a secret traitor. You know, maybe she'll be back. Maybe we don't know. Maybe we're being tricked.
I would love that.
I would love that because fans would riot and get really upset.
Yeah.
You know,
I need to know what's going on.
Yeah. Let's get to the round table. Why did Alan start this off with a fucking Hamilton reference?
I literally was like, corny. He said that, and then I was like, oh my God, is he gonna do it? Oh my God, is he gonna do it? And then he did. I was like, is he? Because like, I just don't see a world in which he doesn't make it like a Hamilton the musical joke. But surely not. And then he did.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was bizarre. It was definitely bizarre.
I didn't appreciate it. I kind of would have, expected a cabaret reference.
Yeah.
I
was like, because that's the thing. I'm like, it's not even really topical. I was like, this isn't 2017. Like, Hamilton's not top of mind right now.
They're in Scotland.
Yeah. Although.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
She's like America's mother.
Is that what we're going to say?
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And I have an amendment to the joke I made earlier about the balls going on the Statue of Liberty. They would obviously go on the Washington Monument.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
But no, Alexander Hamilton's dad was from Scotland.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
So that's why.
Wow. Thank you, Alan, and Katie for this historical lesson today.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So Natalie starts it off and says, "Faithfuls can't be afraid." And Donna has popped up on her radar. And she says, "Donna, since the traitors were named, your personality has faded." And Donna goes, "If you kill me, the Swifties will kill you in real life. So fucking watch it, Natalie. Watch it."
They gave me this knife before I came here. And they said, if you do a live murder for real on television, we will make sure you don't go to jail, Donna.
Yeah. And if you do get put in jail, we'll storm it. There's billions of us.
We already know insurrections are allowed in this country. So
we know because a lot of us were there.
Yeah. We got away with it once, we got away with it again.
Yeah, and then Ron brings up the Portia stuff, and then Candace comes to Portia's defense, and Portia then and then Michael pulls the Portia and says, "We got rid of Ian," kind of proving Portia's point in a funny way, but nobody really catches up.
That's what I thought was so interesting. It was like he does the exact same thing.
Yeah, but they all just think
in a way that actually
traitor.
seemed more suspicious because he did it in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And still they went after Portia. And it was so interesting to see Candace put her neck out on the line like that, because again, it felt very like, what are you doing? Like, you're calling way too much attention to yourself, like chill. And but it did end up working out in her favor because it made her look good, and it made Donna and Ron and Michael look real bad.
I know. I was initially like, "Why are you doing this?" And I was like, I guess if she's pretty sure she's not the secret traitor, then maybe it is a good idea because you're protecting her. But then people could just assume you are a traitor later.
Right.
I just think it's safest not at this point in the game not to draw attention to yourself. I think she's too sloppy. It's not going to work out for her.
Right. No. And I also think she's not playing to win. I think she's playing to be iconic.
Yeah. Sounds like me in life. I'm not playing to win.
Like, I mean, Phaedra did almost win, but obviously the takeaway, she won because she won the show because she like made the show iconic and famous by being so iconic. And so she's definitely like taking a page out of that book, as is Lisa Rinna. Like those two, and again, it's why it's the perfect shield for Rob, because he actually does want to win. And they're definitely playing. They don't want to they're trying to do a good job, but they're also just like, they want to be, they don't need to win.
But I think Lisa's doing a good job, and I think the three of them together are making good picks and doing a good job.
Yes.
They're doing better than when it was like gamers, and I mean, this is a really low bar, but with Boston Rob and
I know.
And
that
Bob
was like the egos.
Queen.
They let their egos get in the way, and I do think that's something even though they're clearly big personalities, they're not letting their egos get in the way. Like they're like, first and foremost, we want to play a good game.
Yeah.
And we want to work together. And that's huge. Because that's smart. Because if you get one takeaway from last season, it's that traitors turning on each other does not work out.
It is so fun though.
It was so fun. It was so Survivor coded.
The big assholes at the
I know.
at the round table. They're so
and now
funny.
I'm dying because Bob and Boston Rob are co-hosting the
you're talking
Oh yeah, but fuck that podcast.
Fuck them.
They
I don't know what you're
support small business.
No. Remember Max and Katie doing this podcast?
Yeah. Way more twisted.
Way more support. Yeah. Swifties.
I only know about it because it started to automatically play right after.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither. I'm hallucinating.
This auto played for me.
Yeah, exactly.
On Peacock.
Like and subscribe, Swifties.
Yeah, come on. Smash that like button. Yeah, Purple Jordan. Rob and Bob who? I only know Max and Katie.
That's right. Play the air horn. What was that last one? Happy birthday?
Happy New Year.
Oh.
The main soundbite. You've been here before.
Yes, of course, of
So
course.
after the roundtable, people are suspicious of Ron, and Candace wants to go after him. And do you know Donna couldn't even say hi to Paul McCartney at the Super Bowl?
Oh my
She couldn't
God.
even do it. Do you think that's a lie? Do you think that was gameplay or is true? I think it might have been gameplay.
I think it was gameplay, and it was like really stupid gameplay.
Everything I know about Paul McCartney is that like he is the one that approaches other people.
Yeah,
And that
he's, like, a
very
nice-
like friendly and humble, and he'll be
Yes.
like, I've been doing this for like 60 years.
Yes.
Who are you working on anything?
Great
He's-
record.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like every musician's story is just he's like very humble and like really
He's like a nice
kind.
normal guy.
So,
yeah.
So like maybe she couldn't, but yeah.
Yeah, I think, and it was also like great because everyone was immediately like, okay, Donna, like you're trying to sound humble by saying, oh, when I met Paul McCartney at the Super Bowl, like
Yeah.
shut the, like I was like, I'm voting you out just because that's such a tone deaf and crazy
Whoa.
thing to say.
Whoa.
She's like America's mother.
Okay, she can say whatever she wants.
No,
okay?
I'm
She's
trying to
earned it.
activate. I'm trying to activate the Swifties to get engagement.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Fuck Donna Kelsey. She's old. She's so old. It's gross. She's old and boring. I'm so glad she's off my screen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah. They should have left her on that chariot. They should have just been like, we're leaving you outside.
Oh, Mama Donna.
Can we get Ringo? Can we get Ringo on Ringo? Can we get Ringo on the Traitors? You'd be barefoot, just
I
showing
think you're a
feet the whole time.
traitor.
Ringo. You would be great on the
Alan.
Traitors.
I
Want
want to be
Ringo?
picked to be a traitor.
After so let's get to the Traitors. They have to do this murder in plain sight. So
Yeah.
Candace decides to distract everyone with a conga line. And I
Which
have
was
to say,
so, I mean, it worked, but like, she got lucky that they picked Rob to send home or kill or whatever because she was being so obvious.
how was he the only one that picked up that this was obviously a murder in plain sight? Has nobody
Exactly.
watched the show before?
I think a lot of them don't. Like, they're literally just doing it because they're like, oh, this is the hot new show and like I should go on and get famous.
I mean,
Or I don't know. Or they're just like not gamers. I just don't know. Because you're right. Like it seemed very obvious something was going on. She was that, I mean, again, it technically worked, but it was very obvious. And like she got very, very lucky that, other Rob and Lisa were just happened to pick the person that like would have the next morning been like, yeah, so I was talking to Candace about how I thought a murder in plain sight was happening and that it seemed suspicious that someone had started the conga line. And then I found out that she started the conga line and then it got really awkward. Like,
yeah, the second she conga lined, I'm like, so like Natalie is gonna know, right?
Yeah.
Like Jam is gonna know, Tiffany is gonna know, because like they've clearly gone and watched like all the international seasons that are available on Peacock
Right.
too, right? Like that's what we
Right.
all would have done, right?
and this is around the time when the murder, like it's always like around like the second or third time. I don't know. It just was so, but again, I'm like, but she is pretty committed to being like super quirky and extroverted. And again, it feels sloppy in my perspective, but like it keeps working out for her. So maybe people weren't suspicious of her starting a conga line because like she's always like doing kooky stuff. I don't know.
No, it's so obvious.
It's so
I
obvious.
guess Tiffany kind of like was like, oh yeah, Rob, like I agree with you,
Yeah.
But I think that they probably haven't done a murder in plain sight like in this way before. They usually like hand you a cup or something like that. So that's why Rob
Right.
Steve was like, he's like, how could they have murdered me if they didn't like touch me or hand me something? So he
Right.
couldn't, like,
Yeah.
look
It was
out
like,
for it. Yeah.
yeah. So there's really like, there wasn't really anything he could have done.
Yeah. I mean, like, 'cause you don't
Um,
know how you're going to be killed. Like, what do
Right.
you
Or
do?
like what the mechanics are going to be. Like in this case, the only way they could have like prevented it was just like catching them in the act and preventing
Yeah.
them from like burning the card.
Traitors is tough. You know, like
It's tough.
if you're not a traitor, like you are really at the mercy of a lot of stuff. Like there's
Yeah.
only so much you can do.
Yeah, you have to just be constantly on, but also not let anyone perceive how like locked in and like paying attention you are.
Yeah.
Because
Especially
then
for
you're a
the
target.
gamers.
Right.
The gamers this time, there's no gamer traders. Like, what are they supposed to do?
And that's why I'm wondering. I mean, I guess I was gonna say that's why it's great. Like Natalie's flying under the radar, but that's not really true because she has been like speaking out at roundtables.
Yeah.
I don't
She's
know
just doing
her.
a good job.
Yeah.
She's doing a good job.
She's getting away with it, and she looks great.
Yeah. So
They really all do. Everyone looks so good. I love all the outfits.
Yeah.
God, the outfits.
Okay,
Beautiful gowns.
I'm so done with the Princess fucking Diana references. You know, when they have like the white sheep with the black sheep. We see it every
I
season.
know.
Enough.
I know.
Okay, Colton.
Enough.
Okay, we get it. Princess Diana. Enough. We're done. Okay, no more.
No,
I'm over it.
I just was like rolling my eyes at that. He is not the people's princess.
No, okay. She died like what?
And also
like,
that was like a beautiful her sweater, by the way, with the sheep. First of all, you can support the actual people that make that actual sweater. They still are making it. And it's like beautifully made. It's made with like really beautiful sheep's wool, like hand knit, like gorgeous. And he's wearing like the sheen fast fashion, like printed the print onto like fleece, like
it had a zipper.
yeah, exactly. I was like, ew, no.
But also, it's just overdone.
Yes.
And she died like 30 years ago. You know, like let's just, we can move on from the fucking Princess Diana sweater, okay?
Yeah,
we
we get it. You're in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
she was Princess of Wales, not Scotland.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Also, wear your seatbelts, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody always says paparazzi. She also should have worn a seatbelt. Just saying.
And she was murdered, but who's whatever.
Yeah, but wear your seatbelt.
Yeah,
it's important.
Wear your seatbelt in case someone tries to murder you.
Wear your seatbelt. Always left out. Wear
Last line of defense against murder.
It's true.
Yeah.
She was murdered? By
I mean,
the Crown?
Yeah.
Elizabeth?
I'm not saying shit.
I watched The Crown. She would never. Okay? She would never.
Yeah, no. The Crown was famously unbiased.
No, they would never, okay? Just because they had a little warning in front of it saying that's fictional. They would never.
Once they cast what's his name as like older Charles, I was like, okay, this show has lost any kind of.
No, the first two seasons were like great, and then I was like,
yeah,
oh
and then they started casting
boring.
Charles like as being hot, and I was like, no, you've lost me.
And they cast Magnolia as Charles.
Yes, I was like, come on.
Yeah, well, they had a whole season about like a ship and how they loved like this fucking boat, and I was like,
it's because you know why? It's because
boat.
There's like nothing else to talk about because they're boring.
Yeah, I know, but the first two seasons were fucking awesome. They were like interesting.
They were, yeah,
and then it was about a boat.
Yeah, because that's the thing. She lived so long, so yeah, it's interesting watching her like finding out that she's. First of all, like, because the whole like abdication of the throne and like then suddenly like she was not supposed to even be in line for the throne. And then it all happened like suddenly her dad's king and it's like World War II and all this stuff. And suddenly she's queen. And so, yeah, that's all interesting. And then she just had a very kind of like boring reign for like 80 years after
She was like England's mother. She was like England's mother.
Play the clip. Play the clip.
She's like America's mother.
Yes. This is interesting. Purple Jordan says, I think Rob's best chance at staying was to be boring and do nothing, but he wasn't willing to play that way. Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't help himself.
Yeah, I get
Which
that.
I get. Like, I wouldn't want to sit back. Like, if I was like, yo, I think something's going on, I would tell everyone.
He also does a family-friendly podcast and he really wanted to say fuck on TV. Like, I get that, you know? When he said fuck, I was like, whoa, Rabio, what are we doing? Whoa. Whoa.
Yes. Wow.
You
love
said
it.
fuck.
Let people say fuck.
That would be the opposite. I'd be like, what the frick? Hey, everybody.
Holy forks.
Hello, Swifties. I love Donna.
We love Swifties.
Yes. Come watch my family-friendly podcast. I love everybody.
Mama Donna stands.
It's not explicit, I promise.
What's Miss
People don't break
Donna's?
up with me.
What's
I
Miss
haven't been
Donna's
called an
stand group?
asshole.
Miss Donna's stand group. What are Miss Donna's stands going to be called? Just like Miss Donna's children?
Yeah. Well, you mean America?
Oh
You mean the
yeah,
United States? Americans. That's what we call ourselves.
Americans.
Americans.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So they murder. Rob R says it's like catching snakes. It's scary, but it's fun.
Yeah,
That's
and
what he
like
says.
he's not exaggerating. That's literally what he does. He
Yeah.
literally catches snakes. That's why he
Well, and he
has
does
them
prank
tattooed.
videos. He does
And prank videos.
And prank
with
videos.
boys. When he's not doing that, he's catching snakes.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's like, I think people are giving a lot, oh, he's mysterious and quiet and he's got a lot going on. And I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily true. He might just be kind of boring.
Yeah.
But again, I think he's playing really well.
Yeah. I really do think he is. I think he's playing great. Like,
yeah.
Like, we're not seeing anybody sniffing him out or anything.
And I'd like to see a traitor win finally. And I think he could do it if he doesn't like let it get to his head at all or like do something crazy, which I feel like he won't. Like, I think he's going to stay locked in.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. That's my prediction. I think I think either he wins as a traitor or Natalie and hold on, I'm gonna fan cast my winners as faithfuls. Natalie and Monet win as faithfuls.
Oh, that'd be great.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I actually would love
hate when the faithfuls win, though. It's so boring. I
know that's the thing. I
would rather have Monet and Natalie become traitors and win.
Well, I will say
Yeah.
that I was gonna add that as a caveat that I was like, if she doesn't get picked to be a late joining traitor when Lisa and Candace inevitably get found out.
You watch Drag Race too, right?
Yes, of course.
I love Monet. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, she's oh my god.
I
literally was thinking about
the double winner season was stupid, but like I love Trinity and Monet so much. Like I'm glad it happened so that they could both be on the all winner season.
Right.
Where like obviously Jinx like should have won. You know, I know it's somewhat controversial, but I mean she is the greatest of all time.
No one's ever gonna beat her, so it was just a matter of time.
Like she shouldn't have won, and it's like she dominated that whole season. I don't care about the last fight.
It's actually like unfair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, is anybody as talented as her?
No.
Like, no.
She's one of the most talented people.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah,
let alone in like the drag genre. Like she's just
the only theater queen that Rue likes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's so true.
Yeah.
Although, are you watching? Crazy. Well, it just started, but
it started
this current season of Drag Race. Yeah, do you want to come over later and watch? I'm having a bunch of people over to watch. We're gonna watch the first 2 episodes.
Well, I don't know why I wasn't invited. Oh, you did probably.
Yeah, I'm invited. I wanted to invite you on air so that like people can like really feel like they're part of our.
You might not have known that I watched Drag Race either, because
that's true. I assumed, but well, just because you have great taste in reality television.
That's true.
And I literally was gonna just invite you while we were talking. I was gonna text you, and then I was like, well, I'm about to talk to him.
Yeah.
And then you could come and you could get your plate and your Tupperware back.
That's true.
From Thanksgiving. A little peek behind the curtain. Thanksgiving.
I know. I feel like people don't they don't realize everything that happens behind the scenes of.
Well, that's why I want to give them a peek, because again, I really want to like water the parasocial plants, you know.
Yeah, I want people to know like how connected all of the guests are. You know, Lillian was also at Thanksgiving.
They're all
it's
part
very
of our friend
exciting.
group.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
And Ian has been on the pod before. He'll be there tonight.
And then like Tess is like kind of connected. You know,
that's right. Yes, I know Tess.
Yeah, and like Jesse's somewhat connected. Like everybody's kind of connected. So I want to go on a little tangent real quick about some fun facts about Rob. Well, it's not fun for me, but a fun fact. Okay, about Rob C's elimination.
Okay, yeah.
20 years ago, Rob was on Survivor All Stars, and he was eliminated third by an alliance led by Rob Mariano, aka Boston Rob. Now he was just on Traitors season 4, and he was eliminated third by another guy named Rob Roush.
Rob supremacy.
That is crazy.
That is pretty nuts. And you know, my husband James, who I've mentioned 5,000 times, he would love a stat like that, and I'm really excited to tell him.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
This is his first time back on television too in like 20 years.
Wow, because the pod's been so successful, he hasn't needed it.
Yeah, he was asked to go on The Amazing Race with Stephen Fishbach, who was like the co-host of well,
they didn't do that?
They didn't want to do The Amazing Race. I think that he didn't really want to leave the podcast, and
they probably have like families and shit.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. They would be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
It's one of the best seasons of The Amazing Race. It's like it's like Big Brother versus Survivor versus The Amazing Race. It's really fun.
Oh, that's fun.
It's really fun. Yeah,
I really got to get into Big Brother.
Yeah. Amazing Race is great too, the good seasons.
Right.
I highly recommend people watch the Boston Rob seasons. They're really early and they're full of strategy. He stratifies the Amazing Race. So just look up the Boston Rob seasons. They're great. But yeah, I thought it was so interesting. He's technically the fourth person eliminated because somebody quit, but he was the third person voted out of that season. So yeah, it completely lines. I was like, oh my God, it hit me immediately.
You know,
I immediately was like, oh my God, another Rob eliminated him third.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I know
that's like Shakespearean.
Yeah, and I know that it probably hit him too. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He was like, I was voted off third again and eliminated by Rob. And I'm sure it haunts him.
We should listen to his pod and see if he brings it up.
He definitely does. There's no way. There's no way. These things haunt competitive strategy people. You know what I mean?
It would haunt me. It's haunting me, and I'm not even involved.
Yeah,
that's spooky. You know what I was thinking watching these episodes? I think especially because like people are like starting to play more strategically, is like there is a lot of similarities between Traitors and Survivor, but it's like, you know, because like the challenges, it's like they kind of matter, they kind of don't. Like you can get immunity. You're obviously playing for reward. You can make all these alliances. It's interesting because it's like instead of tribal council being kind of like sneaky and decided beforehand, like we get to watch all the like sneakiness play out. But there's like a voting aspect, but it's like more interesting because it's like, what if there was like twice the amount of people voting than there are in Survivor? And the main difference is like, oh my God, if you wanted to play Survivor, but you don't want to starve and freeze and shit your pants on television, you could just do this and wear like cunty little outfits and live in a castle but still get all of the same kind of like strategizing and sneaking around and like playing games.
Yeah, I know. I think civilian Traitors should be interesting too.
Well, they're casting for that. Should we apply?
I know we should.
Do you think it would help or hurt that we podcast about the show?
I think it would hurt.
Or would it help? Because we could be like, I love the show. I have a podcast where I talk about it, but now I'm ready to like hop off the microphone and play for myself. You know, you have to come in with your little tagline ready to go.
I feel like all of the production. I feel like if the production companies listen to me talk about like anything, they would be like, "We've seen his breakup messages.
There's liability.
We saw what he said about Donna Kelsey being old.
We can't activate his fan base.
We heard he said Lisa Rinna had autism, so we can't have any of them."
No, we walked it back. We walked it back.
We don't know.
We don't know. 50-50. And if anything, it's probably ADHD.
She could, or she's ADHD.
Yes. And I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say it because Katie said it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how proxy. It works, right? Well, we don't know. I haven't declared what things I have. I could have so many things.
Everyone declare your disabilities now.
We don't know what I have.
And it's up to us, two non-professionals, to diagnose everyone.
Yeah, we don't know. All right, let's get to episode 3. We get to breakfast. We learn that they killed Rob C, and everybody does a toast. They have an Irish wake for his body and shit like that.
Wild.
Michael and Jam get into another fight for like no fucking reason.
Yeah.
They're so catty. It's so funny.
It's
I do
so
think
funny.
Michael, I can't tell how much he's playing it up for TV
I don't,
at
yeah,
some
because
point.
right, because like you would assume he's playing it up for TV, but then it's like if you ever look at this person's social media, which I don't recommend that you do,
No.
he's always screaming about something. At least in this case, he's screaming about the game and not about like immigrants or
Or
some
about
other
anything.
psychotic racist rant.
Any minority,
Yeah, like,
any
you know,
geopolitical issue.
like insert whatever here, but yeah, I think we'd be giving him too much credit to say that it's like gameplay. I think he's just a psychopath.
So Alan arrives and he does hint that like they were burned right under their noses and stuff, but I do get why people wouldn't pick up on it because like he's always saying some crazy shit. I would
Right.
be like, right under their noses. What musical is that from? Is that Fiddler? You know, what are we referencing today? Like what's
They were
happening?
burned right under their noses. I'm not gonna be like, oh, so they found a secret card hidden behind a portrait on the wall and took that card, decided who they wanted to kill, and threw it in the fireplace.
Let me check the ashes.
Wait, I have a big thing to say about the breakfast, Alan coming, like revealing who was killed of it all. It's diabolical that they are not adding a sort of crashing sound effect when he throws the picture on the ground, because it's so awkward and he's doing it like perfect, like his timing is perfect, but they're just using the real sound of like this plastic shitty target frame, and like, you know, so it's like he'll just like say something dramatic and throw it, and then it's kind of like like,
Yeah.
like, they should just add a sound effect.
What kind of sound effect? Do you think
Just
we should,
like broken glass.
I think we should get the Wilhelm
That
scream.
one. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. That one. That's what I meant.
Okay. I have two things. The first thing is they're clearly just including all these cards so they can sell them, right?
Oh, you're so right. That's totally going to be in the merch store.
They're coming up so much. If you go to the Traitors website, all of the cast pictures are on cards.
I bet it's a theme this year, is like they're like every year we kind of have like a loose theme, and it's like this year it's tarot cards, I guess.
He introduces things in the beginning using tarot cards.
Right.
The first traitor is picked doing tarot cards. They murder people.
You
with
gotta have a
tarot
theme.
cards.
You gotta
Yeah.
have a theme.
So they're gonna sell the fuck out of these cards. This is all merch.
I would buy a Traitors tarot card deck. Unfortunately, I think I'm the
they're
target.
getting you. They're
I'm the
getting you.
target demographic.
They're getting the woo girlies. This is for the woo girlies. If they do like a Swifty version, I'll have to get them.
Oh my god. You are in your murder era.
She's like America's mother.
You know, I'm confused because I thought Taylor was mother. You know, that's what I heard. That Taylor is mother.
Taylor is
So,
mommy.
yeah, she's mommy, you know.
Let's win the Swifties back. Let's make a hard 180.
Yeah, she's mommy. So
Yeah.
does that make Donna grandma? I'm just
grandmother.
I'm just more of a Donna.
No, she's
fan now.
everyone's English teacher.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. She's not music teacher. I'm a little confused about everything.
I know.
but
Well, because she really
music sucks now. So
no,
that's why.
she's just like obsessed with like being a poet, and that's why her songs have gotten bad. 'Cause now
Yeah,
she's high up her own supply, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you used to have your lyrics used to be perfect, and you
Yeah.
were because they were simple,
They were
and
simple.
you were just saying the thing. You weren't being all like,
They're still simple. They're just bad.
right. Now they're simple in a bad way.
Yeah, they're still pretty simple.
They used to be simple in like a good like folk country way.
Yeah. Now they're bad penis metaphors. So
Yeah,
that's what we
yeah,
can
yeah.
do.
Now it's just like nobody wants to hear this shit. Jesus
I love
Christ.
how much time we've wasted
I
talking
know.
about Taylor Swift. People are
Listen,
like,
I'm really
they're like,
trying to get you that
I'm trying to
rage bait.
listen about I'm listening for competitive strategical analysis of Traitors.
No,
and these
if-
assholes are talking about Taylor Swift's latest 2 albums that I haven't listened to.
First of all, wrong podcast. Second
Yeah.
of all, Mom and Kelsey got voted out, so this is our only
Yeah, this
opportunity
is-
to talk about her. Like
this is-
we're
yeah.
moving on after this.
Maybe it could happen. I don't
That's
know.
true. We're gonna
could happen.
evoke her. We're gonna evoke her.
It could happen. Oh, another thing. I just want to say it's really funny when I have to talk about Alan Cumming to certain people. If I'm talking to like theater people or like women and gay men, I can be like, oh, he's from Cabaret or stuff like
Right.
that. If I'm talking to straight men, I
What-
have to be like, oh, he's from the first 2 X-Men movies as
Oh.
Nightcrawler. It's
That's
really
so
fucking funny.
See, this is why I couldn't even conjure up a straight person example, because my thing was going to be like, oh, like Spy Kids.
Yeah, or Spy Kids. Yes, that's it too. Spy Kids.
I'm like,
or-
I can't think of anything unless it was something I experienced as a child or is in the queer cinematic universe. It doesn't exist. to
Or
me.
like Good Wife, and I can't even do like I've watched like Good Wife and The Good Fight. They're like fucking amazing, but that's
Yeah.
like only like me and Maria have watched it, and like old
Right.
people.
Right.
So
That's like a
it's
parents.
very-
That's a show for the parents.
yeah, but
That's
it's
how you would
very
tell the
good.
parents. But yeah, you're right.
Highly recommend it. Like
Yeah?
the only good procedural, like it's actually like a prestige procedural with an amazing spinoff.
Okay.
but
amazing.
like, yeah.
All right.
But
I'll
like,
add it
yeah,
to
it's
the list.
really funny being like, oh yeah, he's Nightcrawler in X and X2. So you guys know what I'm talking. And they're like, oh
that-
yeah, that guy.
Meanwhile, I'm like, that means nothing to me.
He's famous for
I have
having
no
a Prince
idea.
Albert. He's a Pierce Dick. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh, that guy hosts a TV show.
Yeah, be like, you mean my close and personal friend Alan Cumming? That's how I
Yeah.
feel. I feel like I know him personally. I don't.
Yeah, it's just
But I feel like I know enough people that do know him personally because he's so involved in the like theater scene in New York that I'm like, I know him. That's my
yeah.
friend.
I know someone that stayed out with him. I don't know who. I know someone. Yeah, everybody has like a connection to him. That's weird.
Yeah.
I forget who.
Well,
Somebody.
because he
yeah.
runs Club Cumming in New York.
Coming. Yeah. I had somebody
so
lived
a
in
lot
the
of people
building. I know
perform there,
someone
yeah.
lived in the building right next to him.
Oh, fine.
Also, Anthony Weiner, whom lived in that building. So
Oh.
my friend lived in that building, and when we would come outside, there would always be like paparazzi. It was a very interesting time. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, wild times in old New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rob C's dead, and we're gonna go to this round table. I mean, it's obvious when they go into there that Donna is gonna be fucking dead. Yeah.
Yeah. And I already said, like, I think that's literally why they did the early roundtable, because they were like, this is going to be a waste of a roundtable. Everyone's in agreement that it's her, and it is her. So let's just get it over with.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny that Michael said that his New York City instinct is Jam Jam. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I was cracking up.
I don't know what it meant, but it sounded, I was like, but somehow it's racist. And we hate it.
Yeah, I was like, one, it sounds racist. Two, it's
I
also like the most obnoxious person from New York City thing. It's like always like, yeah, New York City, we do it tough. Nobody does it like New Yorkers.
It's like,
go
we
through
know
so
you
much.
won't shut the fuck up about it. Like, we.
No,
Fuck
we
the
rise
Knicks.
and grind. The grind never stops. New Yorkers, yeah. Let me
Maybe
hear
it should
it.
stop. Maybe you should shut the fuck up.
Bing bong, bing bong. MTA, baby. We
can't-
hate it, but we love it.
I just can't believe they have not. I also wonder if the whole like secret traitor like list of who they're allowed to kill, they did it just to keep Michael Rappaport. Because like, why wouldn't they murder him immediately if they
I
could
know.
choose anyone?
Like, do we want somebody who really annoys us? Do we want to kill somebody really annoying or somebody really boring? And they're
But this
like,
is why. This is also like why it's like similar to Survivor in that way of like sometimes being really fucking annoying and everyone hating you is a good way to stick around because they're like, God, I want to vote them out for personal reasons, but strategically, they're a good person to bring to the end because no one's gonna vote for them
yeah.
because everyone hates them.
Go Yankees.
I know, Michael told me to say that. New York City, baby! New York City! New York, we do it! My instinct is...
Wah, wah, wah.
I do think, so we get 18 votes for Donna. We
Right.
get 1 for Michael from Donna. And Michael votes for Jam Jam. And I actually think that even if this was unintentional, it was a good move in a weird way. Because
Really?
he's stuck by his guns, and I think in a weird way it makes him almost not seem like would a traitor vote for Jam Jam for no reason?
I guess you're right. I was thinking it was suspicious because it makes him look like he is a traitor. Like he wouldn't vote for his fellow traitor.
Oh, that too.
So he
That
knows
too.
he knew that Donna was a traitor and he couldn't vote for her. And that's why he didn't just go with the group and like had a chaotic choice that no one agreed with. So for me, I'm like, if anything, if I'm a traitor, I'm like, oh, this is great. Now we're safe for another round because like he was Donna's like biggest ally and seemingly, and then he didn't vote for her, and then she was a traitor.
But all the other traitors did, so I'd be like, why wouldn't he be on the same page as all the other traitors?
Well, because he's like bad at being a traitor, which I think everyone's like, because that's why everyone's like, there's like either there's no world in which he could be a traitor or he's a really bad traitor, and they're like, and we do think it could be that he's a really bad traitor and a really bad faithful. Everyone's just like, he's playing badly. We just don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what he does, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. I hope they kill him.
No, he's from New York City. They're tough. You can't get him out. You can't get me out.
I'll push him in front of a taxi.
I got that New York City instinct, baby. We ride the subway.
Like, you've got the New York City brain rot, my friend.
We live with rats.
You are
Rats
sniffing.
crawl all over us. You don't know what it's like.
He got bit by a rat, and he's infected. His brain is infected.
I was born in a gutter, and I crawled out of it, and that's why I'm like this.
He's Bane, but like annoying instead of scary. I was born in the dark.
Madison Square Garden, baby, the Mecca.
See, I can connect with straight men. That was like a straight guy reference.
You get it.
Well, it's because I used to have to try to understand their culture when I was like trying to date them back in the day. It was a dark time.
Well, aren't you married to one?
Yeah, but like I found a good one and I locked it down. And I don't have to. I don't have to
it's all
pretend
about.
I care about that shit anymore. Like now, I'm like when James wants to talk about sports, I can just be like, you can talk at me about this, but I'm gonna disassociate.
You disassociate me when I make fun of Knicks fans? You disassociate?
No, I disassociate a little bit when you get into the weeds of the details, but I still want to. I hype you up.
Yeah, baby, that's all I care about.
I'm an ally.
That's all I care about.
I don't understand your culture, but I support you.
Straight men, we need allies.
Yeah.
You know, we need allies.
And
that's what I keep saying, you know? We go back in time with Donna Kelsey after, you know, she's eliminated.
Right.
I thought we were going to see like them try to show us her like strategizing and shit, and they just show us like 2 seconds. They're like, we don't really have anything to show you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it was perfect that they made her a secret traitor.
Like I'm like, haven't we seen this footage? Like, we have nothing to show you.
Yeah. She should not have been there.
We have her like standing in the rain. I'm like, it rained. I'm like, I don't even remember this happening.
We were just witnessing her Make-A-Wish dream. Like, they were just doing her a favor.
Rob R wants to fuck her. That's very interesting. Yeah, Rob wants to fuck her. Did you know this?
Yeah.
He has said he's in love with her. He really wants to bang her, you know?
Yeah. He's better when he's being kind of silent.
No, she's America's MILF, Katie. So
yeah, true.
Aren't you aware of this?
Play that sound clip. Play that sound clip.
She's like America's
MILF. Oh, we did on Jinx! Oh my god.
We're so in sync.
Oh my god.
Should we do the Amazing Race?
Yeah, we're Amazing Race. We get eliminated so
we were just immediately getting
because
we'd be doing bits. Yeah, we'd be doing bits and being like, oh shit, we were doing
the balls on the Eiffel Tower.
We were doing bits and we missed the boss.
Yeah, we just be a taxi would no taxis would pick us up because we looked annoying.
Yeah,
they look annoying,
and they'd be right.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Fuck these guys."
We are. We're annoying if you're a Swiftie or a Knicks fan.
Yeah. All right, so all the players have to pair up with who they trust the most with their lives, and nobody trusts Ron Funches.
I know,
which is so funny because even though like he did that shit, I'm like, I would trust him with my life more than I think like any of these people.
Yeah,
because he's not on fucking reality TV.
Right, he's just like a normal person.
He's a comedian. Wait, hold on. Who would? Okay, out of this cast, who would I trust the most with my life?
Well, if what they mean by trusting with your life is
Literally.
trusting, literally? Okay, because here's the thing.
Literally.
Because like in the sort of like metaphor of the game, it's like trusting, who do you trust to win the challenge so that you aren't up for being murdered?
No, literally.
But, so literally, probably one of the like more normal people that's on it, you know, like
That is a hard thing to say.
well, there's some, and you know what, whenever there's people on it that I don't know, I just assume they're normal because I like
can
the
help
word
you with this, maybe.
chaotic. Yeah, okay. There's a couple. Actually, this is good because there's a couple people that I'm realizing I'm like, I actually still don't remember. Like, I know they tell us what show they're on, but then they stop, and I wish they would just keep showing me what show they're from.
Okay.
Like for example, there's the guy with the curly long hair. Who is that?
Okay, he is Mark Ballas. He is a Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that feels kind of normal to me, although, but he's a dancer.
Yeah, dancers are like brought up very young and tortured their whole lives. So can we trust him? Are his limbs still intact?
That's true. And then, I mean, maybe the Top Chef person.
That's true.
I don't know. Who? Oh, you answer first, and then maybe I'll give me an idea.
Well, you know, Natalie Anderson is just so yoked. Maybe she could carry me around like a baby if I need to be rocked.
You're right. I think she would like defend. She would do good defending.
Yeah, and you know, Tara Lipinski, she's just been retired for so long. You know, she dropped out of professional skating when she was like 16.
That's healthy.
She might be, close to the most normal.
Yeah. Yeah, although her formative years were not normal. So
yeah, I think I can trust. I don't trust any of these fucking people.
Right. Well, I don't think you should because
I would want to be in the cage alone and just like maybe the cage would protect me.
Yeah, I'd be like, I get to sit this out. I get to keep my heart rate low, and and also if I'm him, I'm like, well, everyone thinks I'm a traitor. I know I'm not. The traitors know I'm not. And so for that reason, I'm probably safe because they're going to want to keep me around as a distraction.
Yes.
So I would be like, great, I get to just sit here and chill. I don't have to run through a swamp.
I did think that Tiffany and Michael pairing up publicly was a weird choice.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe they like had to.
Yeah, because nobody else would pair up with him. And I think it was her way of her like proving her loyalty to him because she really thinks he's a traitor. This struck me as one of the more Survivor-y challenges that they've done. Like that stacking the skulls thing. I was like, this is very, very Survivor.
I was disappointed because Alan said they were going to fight. So I was hoping that everybody was going to wrestle, I wanted to watch like a housewife wrestle with like Michael or something, really fun, like Monet and Mark wrestling, Tara getting in there.
We're only 3 episodes in. Like, we can't rule it out. There could definitely be wrestling.
Fighting. He said fight. He said fight. And then they were just stacking.
That's true. That's kind of misleading. Because, and it wasn't like anyone was playing defensively. Because why would they? Because they all benefit.
Yeah, I wanted hand-to-hand combat. Like, what he said fight. I was lied to.
Unless it's that you want to like make sure someone is up for murder, but that just seems like such a chaotic big move to do, to be like knock someone's stack over.
I loved how bad Johnny Weir was at
my god. I mean, he wasn't even trying. Like if I was Eric, I'd be so pissed. Oh, that was my other question. Who's Eric? He's a singer-songwriter. What? Do you know?
After our cast assessment, Jesse thought that he was a cake pop artist, but he is a K-pop artist.
Well, that was obviously my guess. Cake pop.
He was like, I thought you said cake pop. Go off, Cake Boss. Okay.
I think he invented a new genre.
It's so funny. We were like cake pop.
I mean, that's what I assumed.
Artist.
But I never saw a K-pop artist be referred to as a singer-songwriter. So that must just be like a weird producer choice.
He makes the Starbucks cake pops,
right,
little snowmen and stuff, does all that.
And those are iconic.
They're iconic. That's why he's on Traitors.
Everybody knows cake pops. He's very cute though. I hope they don't kill him.
I know.
Yeah, who
I
do we think
know.
we're gonna murder?
He needs the money so he can keep having the funds to design all the different
Right.
seasonal cake pops.
Cake is expensive.
I mean, it's hard.
In this
He needs his
economy,
cake pop studio.
rent just keeps going up.
I know. You need to,
You know how hard
all
it is
the
to run a
molds to make
Starbucks these days?
to make the dogs and the.
They
They're
keep
not
trying
just
to
orbs
unionize.
anymore, okay? They make them different shapes. It's hard.
And his Starbucks unionized, so he's fucked.
Yeah, they're shutting them down. They might stop doing cake pops if he doesn't win. This would be a
Okay.
huge boost for cake pops internationally.
Listen, we already angered the Swifties. We can't anger the cake pop stands.
No, we
okay?
can't.
They are an aggressive bunch.
Yeah, they're the barbs of the cooking stands, I guess.
As far as standums go, if I'm gonna like respect any of them, it's gonna be K-pop standum, because as to my point with the Swifties, where it's like you guys have like this like organizing power, you should use it for good. K-pop stands have famously frequently rallied together to like troll and attack the alt-right. So
yeah, like BTS Army.
exactly. So I support the K-pop.
As an
K-pop
icon,
stands.
I support that.
Yeah.
That's a fan of the band Cat's Eye.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Oh my god, Cat's Eye. Love them.
I stand. Let's
Stand
go.
forever.
Let's go.
Everything's gnarly.
Yeah. If I could dance, I would learn all the TikTok.
Oh my god, I'd be obsessed. It's all I would do.
love to,
Imagine
if I
a
could.
cousin sleepover doing all the Cat's Eye dances. Like, come on.
I'm so glad I'm not like Gen Z or Gen Alpha, because apparently, like, you have to know how to dance.
That's
Like,
so
just
true.
terrible.
I
That's, like,
already willingly put myself through musical theater school as a non-dancer, and so imagining having to like do that just to have social currency as well as try to.
School, I had to take dancing 3 times a week in tights, and
Yeah.
it was miserable.
Yes.
It was like the worst years of my
Wait.
life.
That's so funny you to do dance, because James and I were like, wouldn't it be funny? Because we had to do so many dance classes despite him and I not being dancers. And we're like, it would be kind of funny to take a ballet class now, just like for the muscle memory of it all.
I had to do jazz, tap, and modern for 3 years. And
Oh,
it
you
wasn't-
didn't have to do any ballet?
No, but it wasn't even musical. It was just acting school.
Wow.
There was no point, Katie.
They just wanted you in your body.
It was stupid. It was fucking tight.
Yeah. No, I hate dance class.
It was the worst thing of my life. So
Yeah.
I had nightmares. So it was Gen Z being like, well, everyone's great posting dances on TikTok. I'm like,
Everyone
'cause
has
I'm
to be a dancer.
worthless. My
Yeah.
worth is tied to TikTok dancing.
Fuck.
I can't get any girls because I can't do the gnarly dance.
Yeah, damn it.
Lisa's act in the cage was amazing, by the way. The beanie and the
Yes.
and the sunglasses. And
Sunglasses.
they're holding
God,
their
she's an
hand.
icon. I'm obsessed with her.
Back at the castle, Tiffany tells Colton and others that she's not off Michael, but she's more on Ron. And then she says she thinks maybe the gamers have been being killed off because they're being killed off by another gamer, Jam Jam. And this is like, that's, it's like Jam Jam. I don't think he has a fucking alliance. That's his problem. That's why he's under suspicion, because he's going rogue. It looks like he's throwing other gamers under the bus.
Right.
This is also, I think that the Traitors, it looks like they're being led by Rob making the moves, are doing a good job by killing off these other gamers.
Right. Yeah, you have to kill off anybody that you think is gonna like sniff you out.
Yeah.
No, it's very smart. And it's like, again, and this is what I keep coming back to, why I'm like really enjoying watching Rob play as a traitor, because he is thinking like 10, 20 steps ahead. Like he's thinking about the ripple effect of each move. And, like, oh, if we do this, then people are going to assume we're doing this because of this. And then they're going to think this and this, it's just, he's thinking more than just one move at a time. And I really appreciate seeing that kind of gameplay.
Yeah. She thinks Ron, Jam Jam, and Michael are traitors, which is, it's funny when people are like just so incredibly wrong,
And
but
it's
it just
great.
shows.
This is what I mean. They have hypothetically, they have 3 round tables of protection now.
Yeah.
If there's 3 people that are being suspected and none of them are them, like.
And Tiffany's like a strategic mastermind. So she led the cookout, which was an all-black alliance that led to the first black winner in Big Brother history, not celeb. Obviously, that was Tamar. And she came up with the strategy that led them to that. She's very good, and even she can't sniff them out. So clearly, the Traitors are doing a good job.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, it is interesting to be like, that would be a really good strategy if you were right about Michael being a traitor, but you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
I just don't think that would bother with Michael as a traitor option, because it's like too confusing. Like I just think I would be like, all right, we'll get him out because we think he's a bad faithful, maybe. Right. But I don't think I would put him.
That's why
just be like, he's not worth it.
Exactly. I'm like, I think they're just kind of like, well, he could be a traitor, but like, we always have him on deck, so let's like focus on the others.
Yeah,
we can always go back to him if we need to.
Yeah, I think Robsy at some point being like, let's not get like distracted by like Michael,
Right, exactly.
Was the way to go. So we get to the turret, and the short list is Caroline, Ron, Eric, and Kristen.
Right.
They say Ron would make no sense, so it would cause confusion. Caroline would be a good idea because no housewives have been murdered.
That's true.
Yeah, Eric, they say, would be another random idea, and Kristen is smart and could get on to them. Who do you think they should kill?
Who is Kristen again? Like, what's her?
She's the Top Chef host.
Right. Yes. Yeah, she is smart, but she isn't a gamer. And unless there's something we haven't seen of her like being onto them in some capacity, then I would think like she's not really a threat yet. So I do think that the smartest move would be to go for Caroline.
You have to kill a housewife.
You have to kill a housewife. The second smartest move would be to kill Eric, because it's so random, to their point. Like, it's just like, just knock one out. But at the same time, it's like, but he's not playing very hard. So it's like, you want to keep those kinds of faithfuls around because they're not going to be on to you.
I think you want to keep Ron there.
Yeah, Ron, you have to keep there because he's a shield. Right, exactly. So Ron's fine. And then, yeah, I think Caroline or Kristen. And if they play the way they've been playing, they would go Kristen if they view her as being like a potential threat or being smart.
Yeah, I don't think that they should just keep the housewives in like the whole time. I think eventually housewife has to go.
On one hand, it's like, okay, does it seem suspicious that no housewives are going? Or is it like, I don't know, because it's like, well, the less housewives there are, they're narrowing it down. Like, one of them is going to be a traitor, right? So it's like, if you kill one off, well, that just takes away a suspect to like divert attention from.
That's true,
right? Like, for me, I'm like, I actually disagree. Like, I think you want to keep the housewives because you want to have the numbers up.
Yeah, then your alliance is strong.
Right, you have a strong voting block because they tend to stick together, except for Lisa. When Lisa didn't, which I did think, I was like, Lisa. It obviously was fine because like Portia did go home, but it was kind of suspicious. But anyway, so it's like, yeah, you want to keep the voting block strong, and you want to like keep more options for people to be confused between. So yeah, I think you kill then Kristen if you think she's smart and could potentially catch on to you, because I do think it's random. Because she's not technically a gamer. She's a Top Chef. But she is smart and playing hard, supposedly. We haven't seen much of her yet, but.
And they're in such a good place because Rob doesn't come from like a group. He's
exactly.
Not like, oh, I'm a gamer. I'm like.
Right. Nobody really knows what to make of the Love Island people because like you just get on that show for being hot. And so you could be smart and competitive, but it doesn't, the main thing is that you're hot.
Him and Moore aren't really like a team. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like, oh, one of the two of them is a traitor.
Right.
So
right.
It makes it that they're not like, oh, we have to kill one of Rob's people too.
And
so
a Love
like,
Island
don't have
person,
to kill a housewife.
Yeah, exactly. And a Love Island person has yet to be a traitor, I think. And again, they're not a very big group. So, from the statistical standpoint, like, again, broken the clock right twice a day. Like, Michael was correct. Like, probably it's at least one of the 5 housewives or one of the 5 gamers. But
then I agree. Don't kill a housewife. Kill Eric.
Yeah. Kill Eric or kill Kristen.
I don't think it really matters.
Huh?
I don't think it really matters if it's Eric or Kristen, unless they, I don't know. We haven't seen enough of them to know what their relationships are like.
Right. Like, what are their alliances, and like, how does, like, we haven't seen a lot of Kristen. So like, we don't know, like, maybe when she's talking gameplay, she's like laying out some really good ideas and they're like, okay, she's smart. Like, she's playing hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe Eric isn't. I don't know.
I did like her pleading though, Kristen, at the tree when she's like, "You already made up your mind, so why would I plead?" That was I thought it was really funny. I was like, "Why would I plead? You guys already had to decide and turret."
We're all taking turns being tied up to the same tree. You guys are just standing in the same spot.
This is my 5th take, and I'm tired. I'm the host of a show.
Right. She's like, I know how this works. This isn't real.
I'm a host of a show with a spit bucket. Okay.
Yeah. That's another blind spot for me. Top Chef. I have to get into that.
I haven't watched since like season 3 or something.
I have friends who are obsessed with
it.
It
is
and I've
great.
Just never,
like whenever if I watch like an episode, like I'll be like, it's still so. I mean, like they've been doing it for so long. It's great. And like Tom Colicchio, he's always good, But I don't know what it's like without Padma. I'm sure Kristen's good, but it's it's one of those classic shows that But have you ever seen it? You ever seen when they do Restaurant Wars?
No. I don't think I've watched it at all.
You've never seen it when Tom Colicchio hates okra or risotto and they serve it to him and he's like, "Why would you serve me risotto? Why would you give me okra? I hate okra.
Oh, that sucks.
I hate okra." You never see when they do Restaurant Wars, Katie?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
It's good shit. They know what they're doing.
I believe you.
Over a Top Chef. I don't even know what network that's on. It's probably on the Food Network. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's on Bravo. It's probably on Bravo, right?
Everything's on Bravo.
Everything, apparently. Apparently. Well, Katie, I think that's about it.
Okay.
I guess.
Till next week.
Shout out to the Swifties.
We were just kidding. It was all parody.
Yes, it was all parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now comment and subscribe because we love you.
We love you. Thank you.
See, this is how you play both sides. It's like we're like politicians.
Yes. For everybody else, I will be back recording an episode of the Patreon tomorrow with Maria. We're doing This Week in Reality History, doing Bitch Slap, the episode of Vanderpump Rules, where Stassi backhands Kristen over on the Patreon, covering that infamous episode. You can check that out. Subscribe to the Patreon. That's patreon.com/reality alert. Starts only $5 a month. And we also have ad-free tiers. You can check us out there. There are free trials, and be back, I believe, on Monday, starting coverage of Love is Blind Germany Season 2. That is on the main feed. And then also I'll be back covering the Traitors next week for episodes 4 and 5 with our friend Jesse Esparza. So look forward to that. Katie, where can people find you online if they want to?
At Katie Jo Yofo Show.
Let's do it. Katie, thank you so much for joining me. And everybody else, I hope you have a happy weekend if you're listening to this on the weekend or on Friday or week or year or whatever. Okay. Bye.